season if they win these next two games. They do have the Rams tomorrow, and then they have the sorry ass New Orleans Saints next week. But the Falcons pulling away a 26-19 win over the Cardinals in Arizona last week. Kirk Cousins 21-35, 197, 2 TDs, 1 pick in the game. So much to go off from that game, even though it was two teams that wasn't going to the playoffs. But we saw some positives there, T. Will, from a team that, is pretty much not fighting for their future, but just fighting to at least keep somewhat of the positive spirits for the fan base, man. But still disappointing season for the Atlanta Falcons. And even looking at the season right now, T. Will, this is the disappointing part, right? Carolina's sitting at 8-8, right? Tampa's sitting at 7-9. The Falcons sitting at 6-9, and the Saints sitting at 6-10. T. Will, we had an opportunity to win this division. We can clearly see it. It's not like the Bears, NFC North, or like the Broncos in the AFC West or something. T. Will, we honestly had the opportunity to win the division, but we blew it. And I want to talk to you a little bit about how we blew it this season. I mean, we had some coaching decisions that I think, messed up a lot on the field too as well. Raheem not really doing the best of his ability to coach this team into a lot of wins. But the Tampa Bay game too as well, the kicking situation with Koo, which kind of messes up week one. Then, of course, going into, some more games into the season, we had some difficulties with the offense. Michael Penix connecting early, not connecting early with a lot of the offense too as well. Zach Robinson not being down on the field and so forth. The Panthers 30-0 loss up in Carolina, coming back and then beating the Washington Commanders, then beating the Buffalo Bills, then heading out to San Francisco and getting whopped by the 49ers. And then on my birthday, T. Will, getting beat by, at that point in time, it was the 1-6 Miami Dolphins, I think it was. So, T. Will, as we talk about just what went wrong with the Falcons this year, because we had an opportunity to win the division. Falcon fans, we honestly had an opportunity to win this division. The Panthers are sitting at what? They're sitting at 8-8, and they're getting ready to go to the playoffs. It's disappointing. And don't forget the Bucs. Just like the Colts, the Bucs started off hot too as well. Am I not right, T. Will?
You are correct, sir.
The Bucs started off hot this year, and then they took a little slump. The Indianapolis Colts started off at 6-2, 8-2, something like that. Then they took a heavy slump. Both of those teams look like they probably won't be going to the playoffs. But T. Will, let's get to just the first couple games this year when it was the Falcons against the Bucs, right? When it was the Falcons against the Panthers, when it was the Falcons against the 49ers, Falcons against the Dolphins, and then the Patriots. What in your eyes went wrong in some of these games? I know it might be a little bit too much to go back in time because we're not trying to really, go back into the past. But some of these games really define the moment that you would have won some of these games and made it to the playoffs. The Buccaneers game, 23-20, losing to the Panthers, not even putting up a single point in Carolina. First time we went out there. The 49ers game losing 20-10. The Dolphins game getting blown out. The Patriot game losing by 1 point. T. Will, what happened, man? How do we blow this division? Chat, talk to me, man. The Falcons had a chance to win this division, and we blew it. What went wrong this season? T. Will, talk to me, man.
Well, number one, we couldn't win the close ones when it mattered. Poor decision making, Koo should not have been here, and no disrespect to him, but he shouldn't have been here. And it's just the way Raheem does things, right? And look, I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk. It is what it is. But that decision cost us game one. So you lose game one, you go play Carolina. You lose 30-0 because, as Bijan put it, you weren't prepared, right? You were not prepared. So, number one, poor decision-making on the choices to play people. Even in the games against Tampa, not Tampa, the 49ers game, there's no way J.D. Bertrand should have ever been on that field, period. as far as I'm concerned. And anybody who could watch him because nothing changed from last year. Nothing changed. He didn't get any better. He was still in the wrong place at the wrong time. Again, that is a coaching decision. Now, I don't know if Raheem owed someone a favor, but you can clearly see that Bertrand had
Hold on, you saying there's a parlay going on or two over there right here? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying there's a parlay going on. I'm saying, but sometimes, I mean, in business, like anything else, maybe he owed somebody a favor. Maybe he's a friend of a friend. Maybe he's a nephew, a son, a cousin. Something's up there because that guy has no NFL talent. That guy should not be on it. And no disrespect to him and no disrespect to any of the other Falcons. Look, we don't play the game. But if I'm being honest, the only place that Bertrand has on the NFL roster right now,
is the practice squad.
Special teams.
Right.
If that.
Special teams are a practice squad.
You put him in there and he killed us, Wendy. He killed us. They went after him for 3 or 4 plays. I think they might have scored 2-3 touchdowns on him, right? Mm-hmm. So, again, decision-making. Because you had other players. You had guys that were on the practice squad that were better than him. Why does he make it? Mm-hmm. Right? Again, decision-making.
Quickly saw the emergence of Ronnie Harrison come in and make a couple nice plays I think fans were really enjoying to see, especially when Dede went down. Fans were hoping that they was going to make some type of move to bring in a linebacker. I remember around that time there was a couple linebackers near the deadline fans were calling for. So hopefully that Terry can go make a move. But no, we trusted the guy that we drafted out of Notre Dame. So T-Wag, back to you, sir.
No, it's okay. Coaching decisions. Inconsistencies in the red zone in the early part of the season. Now, the Falcons have come on to be one of the better red zone teams. So I can't fault them on that. That has drastically improved. But just the way you managed Michael Penix, and let's be honest, some people disagree with me. I think Penix has been hurt the entire time. There's no way you can tell me you can't bend down on your knees. We've seen more plays under center than we have you say what you want. Penix was hurt. Okay. Just the way this organization goes about doing things, for me, it is a problem. It is
hurt and inexperienced too as well. I don't think he was all the way there mentally prepared. And it's the problem too. Because we drafted him
offensive coordinator, Jack. Again, he is inexperienced. And look, I know he has to be accountable, but you can make things easier for him.
Right.
You can
it's not all on him. We're not going to put all on Penix because Zach Robinson is an inexperienced OC too as well. Should have never even been put in that situation. I think we all know now, T-Will, the goal was to play Kirk, have Kirk going in for a year or two, going into his third, keep Penix like Jordan Love on the sideline so he can learn this offense a little bit better. And like you said, even get healthy to a point where we knew that he was 100%. So maybe he can take snaps under center like how most quarterbacks do in the NFL. But when they got Penix into that role, when Kurt was injured and he went down, and then they had to bring in Penix, and it was like he was thrown straight into the fire. So I'm not throwing everything on Penix. Of course, this is a situation that's happening with the coaching, and of course, with Kirk lying to the media about the injury, and then they pulled him, brought in Penix. But then he had a whole offseason to work with some of those players, offseason to work with the playbook. And he came out and he came out this year, and it just wasn't what fans expected. We wanted to see more of those deep shots down the field early. Maybe that was some of the restraint that Zach Robinson was putting on Michael Penix with that playbook, because we saw a lot of quick check downs, a lot of play calling that we saw earlier. I was like, how the hell do we win this game? How the hell do we beat the Vikings? How the hell do we beat the Commanders? How the hell do we beat the Bills with this type of play calling that you saw coming from Zach Robinson down to Michael Penix? So it's not all on him, but he did have an off season to work with these guys. And most quarterbacks who do have a year to go in to the off season and then come back out and then, get right with the players and get more familiar with the offense and the play style, they come out firing on all cylinders. Maybe we have to look at too as well, T-Will. He didn't play in the preseason. They don't want to play their starters. Maybe that could be something that we got to look at too as well.
I don't buy that. Okay. I don't buy that, because the Falcons are not the only team that does that.
Okay.
They're about 40% of the league does that.
And out of the 40%, do they have 8 losing seasons out of the 40%?
Well, let me tell you this. The Falcons are what, 6-9? The Falcons may
not
be
6-7.
Whatever. The Falcons may be the 14th. They may have the 14th pick. So they're not. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So they're better than 13 other teams.
Mm-hmm.
So you can miss me with that. Oh, it was the look. People harp on what they want to harp on, and just because Pat Mahomes likes to have a preseason, that's great. Where are the Chiefs now?
Mm-hmm.
He played in the preseason. Where are the Chiefs now, Jack?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're out of it.
Pat Mahomes also has 3 rings, though. So
doesn't matter. They're out of it this year. We're talking about it now, Jack.
Will they be okay? You got it.
He's going to be watching the playoffs from Applebee's like the Falcons will.
So
he and Michael Penix may have a beer together.
But let's go to this Michael Penix situation, because it's going to bring up this quarterback situation for next year, even with Penix dealing with the injury. The first game of the season against the Bucs. And we're going to get to the chat too as well. Chat, I know you're over there chiming in, the fans in the stands. The question to the chat: the Falcons should have won the division, but what went wrong this season? I want to hear it from the fans so we can talk some Falcons football. Remember the first game of the season, Penix went 27 of 42 for 298 with a touchdown. Right, and we lost by 3 points. But we do remember the kicking situation with Kutu as well. That was all problems going from the offseason straight into the regular season. Going to week 2, when we beat the Vikings 22-6, Penix went 13 for 21 for 135 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. That wasn't really much of a Michael Penix game to lean on. Bijan was killing them. The defense was over there. I think it was like 7 or 8, 9 sacks on J.J. McCarthy. Got him banged up too as well. Then you go to week 3, where you have a 18 for 36 performance for 172 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions with Zach Robinson. I think he was coming down from the booth that game, or was the game after, I believe he came down from the booth. But a disappointing performance there for Michael Penix as well. Then you go into the Commanders game, where there was no J.D. Daniels. There was no Jaden Daniels. It was Marcus Mariota. And the game could have been a whole lot different if it was Jaden Daniels. A lot of fans probably would have said that, because you won by a touchdown, 20 for 26. He was firing on all cylinders that game. Penix looked great that game. 20 for 26, 313 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. So that game right there definitely was, I can say, was put on the backs of Michael Penix right there, because he was throwing the ball all over the field that game. He was firing. Drake London, the deep shot down the field, a lot of passes going down the field to Bijan Robinson with that beautiful touchdown pass to open the game too as well. Let me see who else was going over there. Drake London was going crazy, 8 for 110. Kyle Pitts 5 for 70 for a touchdown too as well. Then you get into the Bills game, probably I think the toughest game of your early 6-game stretch to start the year, where the defense played big, but Michael Penix 20 for 32, 250 yards with a touchdown. So Penix did well that game. But then we got into the where is our quarterback, especially going out there to San Francisco, because the 49ers beat up on Penix, 21 for 38, 241, 1 touchdown. But we did notice the injury. Remember, T-Will, we talked about it in the chat. In the second half, they got to Penix in a way where you can even see like he was holding his hand, he was holding like his wrist. You see like a little scab right there, like he was a little banged up, but then they hit him low too as well. So when they tried to pull him out, I think there was something on the sideline where he was telling Raheem he wanted to go back in, and then Kurt came into the game. At that point, the game was lost, but we noticed the injury there. Sure enough, what happened after that, T-Will? He was held out for that Dolphins game. Kirk Cousins comes in. They just get mollywopped by the 1-5, 1-6 Dolphins.
Well, Dolphins beat Tampa Bay today.
They sure did.
So
they sure did.
Dolphins are what, 6-9, 6-10?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe they're not as bad as we thought they were. They get paid too.
Brought Penix back. Penix comes back in for the Patriot game. 22 of 37, 221, 3 touchdowns, 89.8 passer rating. But remember, we missed the kick. Remember that, T-Will? We missed the kick, and we fought hard to the end. I think it was down 14 points going into the third or fourth quarter for that game, and we ended up coming back. But this is a game right here that I think fans saw that was pretty disappointing. The Colts game in Berlin lost 25-31, 12 for 28, 177 yards for Michael Penix. But that dude, Jonathan Taylor, had like 500 yards rushing on us. That was embarrassing to see. So it's not all on Penix there, but the quarterback performance just wasn't there. I think fans are going to look at the 50-50 where it's like, well, Penix ain't putting up what we need to see because there's other quarterbacks in the league that's doing the damn job. Then the next game against the Panthers, 13 for 16. You did lose 30-27. You put up 27 points, but no passing touchdowns. 13 for 16, 175 yards. No TDs, no sacks, no interceptions. Bijan Robinson went crazy that day. Drake London went crazy that day, but you got swept by the Panthers. And of course, after that, injury and so forth, Penix was getting shut down for the season.
How to beat us.
And here comes Kirk
on a cellular level. It's just like how Kirk understands how to beat the Bucs. Canales understands how to beat us, or should I say, maybe their quarterback understands how to beat us. There's something in that mojo there. But they're 3-0. The last 2 seasons, they're on a roll. So and
they're getting ready to win the division too as well. If we end up beating the Rams and then beating the the Saints, I think we're going to beat the Saints. Here's the funny thing: outside of that Germany game, right? What was the other primetime games we had? Minnesota, right? We beat Minnesota, didn't we?
Buffalo.
We beat Buffalo, didn't we?
Yep. Tampa Bay.
We beat Tampa Bay, didn't we?
Yeah.
We lost that Sunday night football game to the 49ers, right?
Yep.
You think we have a chance at 3-1 in primetime games to go beat the Rams tomorrow night at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium?
We definitely have a chance. Doesn't mean we will, but we got a shot. We apparently.
Do you want the Falcons to beat the Rams tomorrow?
I'm kind of torn.
Because the season is already done. So it's like, how are you getting these big wins? If they win tomorrow by like 2 touchdowns, where was this team all season?
The kid in me wants us to win, but then I really don't want the Panthers. I'd rather the Bucs win it than the Panthers. So
at least it's not the Saints.
Yeah. But but Jack, you know how those Panthers, you know what we're gonna hear.
Little brother sometimes gotta,
agitating. But I mean,
hey,
obviously I want us to win, right? You know what I mean? Let's do what we can. But what's more interesting to me, Jack, is what are we going to do from a quarterback perspective next year? I mean, look, just to summarize where we are. We've had some critical division losses. We've made some bad. I'd say we've had poor coachings more so. We've had poor coaching more so than bad decisions. Just again, you got to be able to coach guys up. And
it's tough to win games when your quarterback's throwing 177 yards, no touchdowns.
Correct. And which is why you could argue there was a regression with Penix. There was, but
Bijan's doing his job.
There was
London's doing his job.
Was also a regression with our offensive coordinator, Zach Robinson.
And that's where I think fans would look and say, what is happening next year? T-Will, you did ask the right question about the quarterback situation. There are fans now, T-Will, that are getting a little chirpy on social media. And I understand Penix could possibly be back week 3, week 4 next year. First of all, Falcon fans, let's not live in this dream that the kid is coming back week 1.
Thank you.
He's ready to go.
Thank you.
It takes a lot with these injuries to rehab, to get back into the motion, to get back into the rhythm of playing this position.
Yes. I think that's why
we talked to doctors
entire year because they rushed him back.
Right. And T-Will, you was on the phone with me that time when we talked to a doctor. We spoke to a doctor that deals with this type of injury, and they said it's going to take a while for him to get back. Now, the doctor did also say that there are, things that they do in the NFL that kind of rush these type of process because they have the right equipment to help them get better. They also have the right procedures to help them move a little bit faster during rehab. But does that mean you want to rush him back out there? If he's coming back, if he wasn't 100% when we saw him last year and this year, what makes you think you want to rush him now in this situation to get back? It's not a serious critical situation to rush a guy that's been out 5 of his 8 years. It's not that critical to bring him back. So the Falcon fans now have tried to put out a lot of tweets and social media rumors of who could possibly be the quarterback next year. And T Will, there's a name that is real familiar here in Atlanta that a lot of fans know. And maybe it's because the starting quarterback for that team is down. Remember a couple weeks ago, we talked about who? The starting quarterback from the 49ers being down, and this guy named Mac Jones who was lighting it up.
Mm-hmm.
And fans were saying, "Oh, look at Mac Jones. Oh, look at his contract. Oh, maybe we can get him here next year." He seems to be a backup quarterback now that had starter potential years ago that is now helping out the 49ers to do what? Make the playoffs when Brock Purdy went down. But there's another guy that fans are calling on right now, T. Will. Remember the Jacoby Brissett talk was going on there too as well. Smacked up Jacoby Brissett last week. I ain't hearing too much about that. But there's a name that's been channeling through the Falcon waves for the past 2 weeks now. And his name is Malik Willis. To a point where fans are calling it out, T. Will, about Malik Willis, the backup quarterback from the Green Bay Packers, the one who had a quarterback battle competition with Will Levis in Tennessee. And fans wanted Malik Willis here in Atlanta a couple years ago. He came out of, I think it was Liberty or Liberty University. I think it was Liberty, one of those small schools. But Malik Willis is helping the Packers get to the next level right now.
Keyword, the Packers. Who's
the Packers?
With the Packers?
They have a really good coaching staff over there, I must say.
They have a great quarterbacks coach,
right,
a great head coach, who's probably the offensive coordinator. So if you don't have that, don't mention anybody that's not accomplished. I'm right now. We have to operate in the now. Now, if you get rid of Zach Robinson and you bring in a quarterback whisperer, then we can talk. But until then, don't bring up Malik Willis. Don't bring up Easton Stick. Don't bring up anybody that has not won away from here. Don't bring up anybody that cannot, to a certain extent, carry a team for a couple of weeks that has proven it. Because, again, you selling me Malik Willis with Green Bay? Sure, because they have a great coaching staff. They can develop the young man. What we got, Jack? What do we have, Jack?
Got Raheem Morris.
We got Doug Williams, boy, at quarterback coach.
Not a big fan of Doug Williams. Not a big fan of Doug Williams.
We got what's his name? Who's the receivers coach, and also was the quarterback.
The quarterback who's the receivers coach.
Yeah, we got it, yeah. I mean, bro. Come on, first off, we need to get a solid offensive staff in place. That's first thing. Like, I'm getting my head around the fact that they probably are going to keep Raheem. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is.
Is it because of the phone call we just had the other day and the information I just sent you? Or is it because of that? Now, fans that do not know the inside, I don't speak about certain things that I hear.
I wouldn't even speak about it now, Jack.
I wouldn't bring that out there. But T.Y., I sent you a picture the other day, did I not?
You did. But bottom line is, if you're going to keep Raheem, then you have got to have a solid offensive staff. So you want to keep the offensive line coach, fine. But you need a solid quarterbacks coach. You need a solid offensive coordinator, because without them, it doesn't even matter.
You got to get a wide receivers coach too. You can't have TJS out here running with the wide receivers.
Yeah. I am tired, Jay Black. I'm not irritated, though. I'm not irritated. Jay Black says, you look tired and irritated, T. Will. Hope everything's okay. I'm not irritated, Jay Black. I am. What I'm tired of, well, I'm not tired of it, but what I'm ready to move on from some members of the coaching staff, because I believe, honestly, we should have been in the playoffs last year and this year.
It seems like some of the people that you're ready to move on from the coaching staff are the offensive coaches, not too much of the defensive guys.
Well, because
Nate Ollie is doing his job right now. Even Mike Rettenberg, with some of the injuries we've had at linebacker, is doing the best he can. But Jeff Ulbrich is doing a hell of a job with his defense.
I mean, look it. We probably wouldn't be 6-9 if it wasn't for we got 50 sacks, bro. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the last time we had 50 sacks. We got 50 sacks, 5-0, and we're still 6-9.
Not a big fan of 50, but let's get 51 tomorrow, right?
Whatever, man. I like 50. Whatever. Whatever.
Falcon fan, hit that like, share, subscribe button. Pamela Johnson's in the chat. We're going back to the question.
To you, Jack. You
I'm
hater.
just saying, man. I'm not a big fan of it.
Hater. He's a 50 hater.
Not a big fan of 50 Cent. Shout out Fabulous for that freestyle, though, man. Cook that boy. Cook him. Falcon should have won the division. What's up, T-Will?
I like Fabulous, too.
Fab's nice. Fab's nice. And then there's some people that saying, oh, Dave East and Jim Jones and those guys wrote that. No, they didn't. How dare you say somebody wrote something for Fab?
Dare you?
That's crazy. That's like saying somebody wrote something for like Papoose and Jadakiss. Yeah. Fabulous, Papoose, Jadakiss. Them is some real deal, raw, rugged lyricists from up north, man. I'm talking about they put the blood in the ink to that paper and they give it their all on the microphone. I've been a big fan of Fabulous, honestly, since I've been listening to music. Fab and even Dave East got a little flow too as well. But Jadakiss, Styles P, I was expecting, a little bit more bars from Fab right there. But I guess he tried to get his point across just going at 50. But 50 did tweet out, I'm gonna have my fun in a little bit. I'm gonna come out to play in a little bit. So y'all have y'all fun. I already have a feeling that 50's gonna do some trolling shit any minute now to get back at those guys. But the question earlier was Falcons should have won this division. What went wrong this season? And there are some fans in the chat that were talking about it too as well. So we want to make sure we get to the fans in the stands on these comments. There is a Jaguars fan in here too as well. I told him to bet me about the Jags going to the Super Bowl. Doesn't want to bet. Jeff Wolf, coaching. There is a certain tall family member of T-Will that I told at camp what our problem was. I think I know who that tall family member is too as well. Not too many.
Not too many. Well, yeah. Well, you guys haven't met the other tall members. I'm really in the minority on that side of the family because they're all tall. Thank you, Dad. But yeah, they're all tall. Those bastards. They're all 6 foot something or another. But anyway, whatever. Just
Pamela Johnson. JT was a hot mess with the deal not starting Chris Blair. Definitely seeing the situation with Ray this year. Mooney's injury. They're bringing in receivers from Walmart. Don't know who half of these guys is. I'm still not a big fan of.
And you don't throw to him. You don't throw to him.
You bring him in there for a decoy just to have him on the roster, just to have him in the depth chart. And it's kind of disappointing because Chris Blair lit it up during preseason. I'm thinking some fans wanted to see not only Chris Blair, but Nick Nash too as well. And let's not even get to that Jets game. We talked about some other games this year. The Jets game was disappointing too as well. And then Jamal Agnew, they released Jamal Agnew not too long ago too as well. So a guy that they brought in to help build the special teams, they ended up letting go. Cordell Hodges shut down for the season.
He needs to go too. He needs to go too. Yeah. Marquise, he gotta go. Bro.
Oh man,
gotta go.
T-Will, you calling him out today, ain't you?
I mean, look, bro, what are we here for, Jack? I mean, yes, we love our Falcons, but we have to hold people accountable, okay? Mm-hmm. Special teams was donkey hooters this year. We were terrible. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, it got so bad, Raheem was like, well, we just kicked it. We just kicked it in the end zone because we didn't want him to run it out. We found that. Like, remember he said that?
Mm-hmm.
When you have to say that in a press conference, bro, it's time to go.
It's tough, man. Jay Black's in the game.
You got injuries, but if you're it's time to go. Marquise Williams has been here for a while. I don't know that we've ever had a dominant special team. I mean, we've
Keith Armstrong was really nice, man. Even the clip of Keith Armstrong yelling at Malachi Goodman a long time ago. Do you play? Are you a Pro Bowler? Do you start? Remember that clip? He was talking to him in the room.
Yeah.
Well, do your damn job. You're not a starter. Keith Armstrong, man. Where is Keith?
Did he lie? Were there any? See,
he was telling the truth. He was getting on Freeman too as well. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing?
That's the thing with this generation, man. Like they don't want, bro. Where I'm from, if the coach didn't cuss you out, he did not care about you.
Right. I think some of these new coaches these days are too buddy. Way too buddy. These new coaches, man. Following on social media and hey man, I want to go out to dinner and all. Nah, man, yell at their ass, cuss their ass out, get on them.
Well, you got to have balance,
right?
You got it's like being a parent, right? Yes, you have to give them some positive reinforcement. You got to read to them, you got to talk to them, you got to tell them you love them. But there are times the only thing that will do is foot to ass, and you got to be able to do that. You got to be able to balance, and I just don't think that we've had enough balance. You know what? You could compare that to what's going on in today's church. Now, for those of y'all that don't know, my mother was a pastor. And what I've seen in most of today's churches is it's a love fest. Oh, God is good. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. But they don't talk about correction, right? You cannot have love without correction. You can't. If I just tell you every day I love you, but I don't hold you accountable, when you get out there in the real world, you will not survive because it will eat you up. Now, if every day I just come home and I just bash you and I just go off on you and I just discipline you, then you're going to be a resentful person because you didn't receive love. There has to be balance. Coaching is the same way. And you got to figure out what different guys need. Some guys need a kick in the ass. Some guys, they get enough love at home. They need a kick in the ass. Some guys need assurances. Some guys need a pat on the back, and you got to know the difference. And the bottom line is, if you're going to lead an NFL franchise, you have to be a leader of men. And we have not seen that with Raheem.
I'm glad you did mention that because
I like Raheem a lot. I really do. But it's kind of like there's something off in his hard drive. I don't know if it's a virus or it's some sort of hardware thing that just went askew when he was being delivered by Best Buy. But he just tends to make decisions. I'm being metaphorical here. He just seems to make decisions that when you go back and look at him, you're like, what the hell were you thinking? And his decisions have killed us. The fact that you went with two unexperienced coordinators set us back 2 years.
I'm telling you, and then seeing the success that Jeff Ulbrich has. I know there's been some games where defense was kind of all out there, just deer in headlights. But Jeff Ulbrich has really made this defense like the backbone of what is going on this season. But yes, if you would have had a more experienced defensive coordinator the first year, you probably would have been able to win some more games too as well. Yes. There were some defensive games where you did not need Jimmy Lake calling some of those defensive plays out there.
Yes.
That was pretty bad. And then you have a defensive guru by the name of Jerry Gray back there dealing with your secondary. I'm sure Jerry Gray's looking at it like, why the hell did he bring Jimmy Lake in here? Who the hell is Jimmy Lake? What the hell is Jimmy Lake going to do?
Yeah.
So big shout out to Jerry Gray too as well for not saying too much. Dave Huxtable too as well, coming from Alabama, the defensive senior assistant. So there's some good minds in there. Nate Ali, though, we haven't given enough shout outs to Nate Ali.
I got no issue with Nate. Bring Nate.
Let's crushing it with Dorless, crushing it with Root.
Nate here.
Crushing it.
Let's keep Nate here. I have no issue with Nate. I don't. I have no issue with the coaches that you mentioned, but Marquise and Zach Robinson and the rest of them dudes, the quarterback coach and the receiver, y'all got to go.
TJ
at this point, you have to look at realistically, where are you in your Super Bowl possibility? Where are you in your track? Where are you? If you don't have a chance, hell, fire everybody. But if you do, you got to be smart, right? It's like Jack. My mama used to tell me this, son, we're not rich, okay? So you got a blue shirt, right? How about you go to the store and get some khaki pants because khaki matches with blue, right? How about you go to the store and get you some blue socks or khaki socks to go with your khaki pants, right? You have to be able to match what you have. It makes no sense the way that Raheem does things. It made no sense to start with two inexperienced coordinators. It just did.
We talked about that. He tried to build his own coaching tree.
But
he tried to do Zach Robinson's resume. I understand he worked with Matthew Stafford, Jimmy Lake. I understand what they did in college.
We don't come here for that.
Tried to build his own coaching resume under Arthur Blank and this organization, saying, "Hey, look, they trust me enough to do this. I can do that." It didn't work, and that was
stupid. That was stupid. That was just stupid. That bottom line, and I can't call it anything else. First of all, Raheem, you failed at Tampa Bay. Why would you risk that here? Why would you be so arrogant as to risk that here when you've been given a second chance? You understand? We're not going to have Algier next year. We might not have Pitts next year.
Might not have Jesse Bates.
We might not have Ellis.
Might not have Caden Ellis. There's a couple guys
next year. So you got to look at what you have And again, I'm not saying the Falcons were going to win the Super Bowl. I'm simply saying that timing is everything. You had a collection of weapons the last 2 years. We should have made the playoffs in both of them. We didn't. So now we're at a point to where you got to bring somebody in here. You're going to have to maximize Bijan, right? So now you either got to sign somebody or draft a running back because you don't want to run Bijan to death, right? You need a receiver that can stretch the field because, again, decisions. You rushed Mooney back, and he was never healthy. He was our only deep threat, right? You've got what I'm saying is timing with these situations is everything. The talent that the Falcons have had the last 2 years, we should have made the playoffs both times. If we don't make the playoffs next year, it wouldn't surprise me because you got to replace Diablo. You got to replace Ellis. If you don't resign them, Kirk's deal is not cheap, guys. I think it's what, $37 million?
Yeah, but the one thing outside of this quarterback talk that we're going to continue talking about in a minute, we're just going to the fans in the stands, is the security that Raheem has bringing Kirk back if he knows he wants to continue with Penix. He doesn't have to go out there and look for a quarterback that can fit some system or help Zach Robinson. Let's just randomly say, don't forget now, T-Will, it's December 28th. We're about less than a month from probably coaching decisions being made here in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about news breaking that Arthur Blank is going to make it as
Diablo for one more season.
He's on a 2 year. He's on a 2 year deal, ain't he?
Is he?
Let's double check that. Double check that. I believe he's on a 2 year deal.
Thank you, Yuri. I did not know that, brother. Thank you.
But here's the thing: you have possibly a couple more days, maybe a week or two, maybe 3 weeks or less, before you hear some type of news. I'm sure they're not going to wait until February or March to break news that Arthur Blank is letting go of Raheem. That news comes out the week after your season is over.
Okay.
Comes out quickly. You want to know why? Because the search for the next OC or the next head coach or the next DC, whoever's leaving, begins the moment the season is over. And I know the season's not over right now because we still have to play the Rams tomorrow and the Saints next week. But I expect some type of news before the end of January, and it's December 28th, which is a month away or less from hearing some type of news that Raheem will be here as the next head coach. You heard Mike Smith's comments too as well, head coach Mike Smith, when he was speaking to I forget who interviewed him, and they about Raheem's position here next year. And he said 2 years is not enough to let Raheem do his job, to let him come back another year. The tradition for Arthur Blank is to keep coaches for 3 years before they kick the can. And if they do get things back on track, don't forget, Raheem is a nice guy. He knows how to win the room when he walks in. See that smile? How y'all doing? What's going on, D-Led? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? He knows how to make people feel good. I told you about what I heard too as well, T-Will. People, they happy about certain things. And you know what I mean? Arthur Blank probably sees Raheem to say, I can give you one more shot at this. And then we had to move on from it. Does he want to fire a coach in the middle of the season? No, he doesn't want to be the laughing stock of the NFL. Some people do it. The Tennessee Titans just did it. Some people do it. I think there's another team that fired their coach in the middle of the season this year. I think it was just the Tennessee Titans. Aaron Glenn has a piss poor record right now, and he's going to get another shot to come back next year.
But his roster is piss poor, Jack. See, the reason I can't go with when you guys are saying give him another year, nobody has had the roster that, bro, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson.
He can go off of a lot of things to use in that room to butter up Arthur Blank.
If Kyle Shanahan,
this is why we're losing these games.
If Kyle Shanahan had this roster, you think we'd be 6-9?
If Raheem goes and says, "Hey, I need to go get a new OC next year," you think Arthur Blank wouldn't buy it?
Jack, answer my question.
Okay.
If Kyle, I put up 30 points a game, Shanahan had this roster, do you think that we would be 6-9?
No.
If Matt LaFleur had this roster, do you think we'd be 6-9?
No. But then again, some coordinators are not good head coaches. And some head coaches are really good coordinators.
I get it.
Raheem was in the coordinator position for a while. His head coaching record isn't the greatest, but is he running this team into the ground at the moment? I mean, it's a tough call, but I'm telling you, man, the way I'm looking at some things, he can go and butter up that room so quick. And don't forget, this ain't like a Dallas Cowboys thing where, Jerry Jones is out there with his 50, 60 buddies and shit. Arthur Blank's a one-on-one type of guy. That's why all these people keep hearing all this news about, Arthur Blank said this and said that. Well, you know my position of what I used to do. Where do you see that? Because I can tell you who's around him every day.
I agree with you there. But
so I don't know who's talking to who and who's speaking to who. And people talking about Rich McKay and at the third. Rich McKay is his buddy, dog. That's his damn near best friend.
That's his boy.
That's his boy. So people that talk about, Rich McKay this and he didn't say that and he's not traveling. Yes, he is. That's his boy.
I don't have an issue with that.
Arthur Rose with the security team that you see him with.
Yep.
And Rich McKay. And some of those corporate executives that you see on that plane.
My issue is that you have to let the punishment fit the crime. I don't know a modern day coach, sans Mike Smith, who arrived with a roster like we did, like I'm sorry, Raheem did, right? Mm-hmm. Because when Arthur Smith, our roster was not great. Okay, they're my Falcons. I'm not going to talk about it, but that roster was not great. Mm-hmm. I didn't expect to win with that roster. Okay, but with this roster that we have, especially when you had two quarterbacks, and right, and the fact that Raheem was trying to build a legacy. Did you hear what you said? Did you hear what you said? That's like me, right? Yeah, I'm gonna run the Falcons, but I'm gonna build a legacy to myself. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna build an altar where y'all can come and pray to me, because it's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about Raheem and his damn legacy. It's not about that. It's about winning. Now, if you want to win first, if you win 1 or 2 Super Bowls here, then you want to build a legacy, fine. But you can't put the cart before the horse.
I understand that. And I'm also understanding in these press conferences, there's a lot of chatter from Raheem of saying what? Well, we got to look at that in the offseason. Well, we got to look at that next year. We got to look at that in the summer.
I'm at the point, I don't care what Raheem says, because his actions don't back it up, right?
You know that type of talk from a head coach. He's already in. He's built in for year 3.
I don't care what you say, Jack. I look at what you do. You can tell me you love me all day. If I call you, you don't call me back. Mm-hmm. If I'm stranded on the corner, you can't pick me up. If we get into a beef and you leave, you ain't my friend. You can tell you my friend till the cars come home. I look at actions, right? Actions speak louder than words. What has Raheem done? What has he done? He has wasted 2 years with his choices and his decisions. And the roster that he's going to have next year is not going to be as good as the previous 2. And you're going to tell me that he's going to do what with it? What's going to be different about next year? You're muted, Jack. You're muted.
No, I know. My son was talking to me. Go ahead.
My bad. Sorry about that.
I see what you're saying, T-Will.
Again, I get you want to keep him.
Hey, now, whoa, hey,
I'm not saying you. When I say you, I mean Arthur Blank or whoever wants to keep him. But my point is, if you couldn't do this, if you could screw this up with Zach Robinson, right? Who are you going to bring in that's going to fix this? Who are you going to bring in?
You have the first year. Look, you had the first year where the defense wasn't doing much. Mm-hmm. You got Jimmy Lake up out of there. You brought in Jeff Ulbrich. I understand that Jeff Ulbrich gave up a shit ton of yards in a couple games, but look at what the defense has done with Jeff Ulbrich and Nate.
Agreed.
So now, don't forget, you were at 1.6-3 the year before. Everybody was swag surfing, parading in the streets. Now you look at it the second year. What is your biggest issue, T. Will? You named it multiple times this year. We haven't said nothing about Jeff Ulbrich and Nate Ali. Otherwise, he's giving them praise. What was your biggest issue this year? The offense. Dealing with the offensive coordinator, dealing with TJ Yates, dealing with the wide receiver group, dealing with Ike Hilliard in that situation, dealing with Doug Williams and the quarterbacks coach, special teams. Raheem can go in that room and preach to Arthur Blank. This is what happened year one, and look what I did to fix it defensively. People called for Jimmy Lake to be up out of here. Jimmy Lake Lanier was a name that people did not want to hear.
Should have never been hired, though.
That is true, and we totally agree that he should have never went with two inexperienced coordinators.
That's like saying, yeah, I bought this 1972 Dodge Dart, and it keeps breaking down. It's got 500,000 miles. You think?
We totally agree. Jimmy Lake should have never been in the building.
Okay.
But he went the following season and said, look, I'm going to call my buddy Jeff Ulbrich, and we're going to go fix this defensively. Even with some of these youngsters that we got. The same thing he did in L.A. with some of those names that people do not know and still don't know to this day what they did defensively around Aaron Donald and without Aaron Donald when he was there. Now he can go back this year and say, I get it. The problem might be Zach Robinson. Let's throw him under the bus. Let's get him out of there. Some people mentioned some OCs in the chat that should be available for next year. He can go to Arthur Blank, sit down at dinner and butter him up. Hey, Arthur, check me out. Hey, what's his nickname for Art? Big Dog. Hey, Big Dog. We're going to get Zach up out of here. We're keeping Jeff. We're keeping Nate. We're keeping these guys. We're going to bring in a new OC to start working with some of these guys that we have offensively. Bijan Robinson, Drake London. That might give Arthur Blank the look to say, you know what? I trust you to get this done, Raheem. Because the first year you told me it was defense. You fixed the defense. Now you told me it's the offense. I need you to go fix the offense. If you bring in a new head coach right now, it could be a blow-up mentality.
Jack, what offense is the new OC going to run? There's so much up in the air, right? Because, again, you got guys that you got positions you got to replace. So in my mind's eye, if you keep Kirk Cousins, you're gonna have to rework his deal.
So
that's the only thing that's gonna give.
You have to rework Kirk's deal, but then again, Kirk said he wants to be a starter again. Well, here's your opportunity, Kirk. If Raheem's back in the building,
here's the thing: if you don't keep him, then maybe you can trade Mac Jones. I don't know if San Francisco's gonna do it, but maybe you can convince them to trade Mac Jones. I wouldn't pick Malik Willis number one because I don't know the coordinator that we have. I hate to say this, but Jameis Winston is an option. Lord Jesus, help me.
Here are these options, T. Will, because we just talked about it. Malik Willis, Jacoby Brissett.
No.
Mac Jones.
Maybe Mac Jones, yes.
Jack Spade.
Who'd you say?
Jack Spade. Hold on. Hold on. Do my name in there. Kirk Cousins. Right? Even the Giants just mentioned the other day in a report that they might even be taking a look at a quarterback this year. After they just got Jackson Dart.
Bro.
The quarterback game is bad. Phillip Rivers returned for the Colts. How bad this quarterback game is right now in the NFL.
Quarterback talent that we have.
If you think Raheem ain't looking at that, if you think Arthur Blank is not looking at that to say, well, why should we go get – bro, there was fans – I'm telling you right now, there are fans that said maybe even Justin Fields could be an option for what we can get next year. Fans are throwing names into the pile. Shout out to Uncle Steve, too, as well.
Uncle Steve, what's going on, man?
Here's the thing about Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve, you're row one. I'm on the field, so – I don't know how your seats are going to be, better than mine.
Uncle Steve, how you doing? How are you?
Big shout out to Uncle
y'all
Steve.
Check out Uncle Steve's show. Phenomenal.
Uncle Steve
him and Low together are just magic.
He's a good friend. He's also an even better podcaster, man. This guy right here talks the Falcon language that people want to hear. Who else we got? We got Bro Talk and Berto. A1, you got Smitty, you got a lot of people out here. Big Low Country, Big Law's on the golf course with Big Low today. So many people out here doing the damn thing.
Who's on this show as well, Jack?
Miss Carrie, I give
what's wrong with you
earlier too as well. Miss Carrie, big shout out to her.
You got Bodie 3000.
Bodie 3000.
Are you imitating me today with the memory loss? Is that what we're doing here, Jack?
Hey, I had a little bit of Tito's before we got online.
Okay.
You know, I'm just saying.
It's the Tito's.
I came in at 5:30 in the morning the other night. Big shout out to everybody in the city that saw me at the Hawks game too as well. Yuri saw me at the Hawks game. Yuri was like, how you sitting in that blue chair? Only celebrities sit there. Yuri, what's up, big dog?
Because you know Yuri's at every game, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up to Yuri, man. I'm trying to catch up to the kid, man. Yuri's doing
the damn thing. I want to be like Yuri when I grow up. Hey, you know what Yuri's signature pose is?
What happened?
This is Yuri's signature pose right here.
Oh, that rolling? Oh, the rolling?
Yeah, Yuri's always like, I want to be like Yuri when I grow up.
He does the one. He does like this. He gives the one, and he hits the button, and he turns the phone around, let you see what the view's looking like for a little bit.
He's like, yeah.
He got the rolling, man.
He's stunting on him.
Hopping out the black trucks, man. Everywhere Yuri goes is a black truck. I be thinking it's the damn mob getting ready to pull up. Like Yuri's like, nah, that's my Uber. That's a Uber.
Hey, man.
Shit. I'm doing Uber pool. You doing the Uber? Uber X?
YuriTimothy.com. I'm just saying. What up, Carlo? How you doing, man?
Chat is live. Chat is lit. Robert's in the chat. Dexter's in the chat. Uncle Steve's in the chat. Eric Z, Jay Black. Even Jarnell's in the chat. Shout out to Jarnell. James Carter's in the chat. Coy Bishop. He's feeling good because Bama's in the playoffs, college football playoffs. Obviously,
whatever.
They're getting smoked. They're getting smoked by Indiana in a couple of days. So
smoked for real.
I hope he's prepared for that. Also, you have who
you
else?
Got Carlo. You got Ernest,
Wiggins,
you got DSGB, you got Miss
DSGB
Pam.
in the hall. Miss Pam is in the chat, man. Jeremiah Weems, man. So many Falcon fans here talking Falcons football with us. Jeremiah Weems said, yo, what's up, Jack and Terry, tomorrow night? Terry, where we going to be at, man?
We're going to be up in the building, shouting. We're going to be up. We're going to be watching those Falcons hopefully put a whooping on those Rams tomorrow night at 8 p.m. live from the Benz. Check us out one time for the fan in the building. Cannot wait. Super excited about it.
You got to head over to the IG. Falcon fans, is your first time here. Not only head over to the YouTube. The YouTube subscribers is growing. The views is growing. The page is growing because you guys really love the content. IG, one time for the fan. Go ahead and hit the follow button. We're going to be there live tomorrow. Season tickets are all paid for. So, hell, you might as well just go out there and have a good time at this point. What did Raheem say? It's just entertainment. Go out there. Go out there and have a good time. We're going to show y'all some.
It's just entertainment. Hey, Jack, I have 2 questions for you. You ready for the first?
Hey, I'm ready, man. Let's go.
All right. What was the death nail in the Falcons' coffin this season?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
The straw that broke the camel's back.
I'm going to have to say, I mean, there was a couple of them, man. If I start early, bro, I'm telling you right now, I have never seen the Falcons get beat 30-0 like that from Little Brother. That was disappointing. That was early in the season. But if you want to go midway through the season, seeing what Jonathan Taylor did to us offensively on the ground, against Indianapolis and Berlin. I mean, that's just 2 little death nails right there. But then again, Zach Robinson situation where, you know, I mean, you can say Penix going down was the death nail too, because we wanted to see Penix play this whole season. But losing games you should have won, losing to a 1-6 Dolphins team, losing to a 2-9 Jets team, those are the ones that really hurt me right there. Yeah. The Dolphins game, because it was my birthday. Yeah. Losing to a 1-6 Dolphins team that had just got smacked, I think the week before by like the Ravens or something like that. Or the Browns beat them, then they beat us, and then they go out there against the Ravens the following week and they get smacked. So it's like that's the disappointing part. But the death nail, T-Bo, you probably going to think of something better. I'm sure you got the answer, but
there's no
I have a couple. Losing games you should have won. The Younghoe Koo situation, the kicking situation,
yes, the
Ray McLeod situation, Ike Hillier once he got fired. This, like, if there was a scapegoat in the room and who's better than this guy and all this type of stuff, and a couple of things that I saw, man, that was just disappointing. But hell, we beat the Saints, man. I love when we beat the goddamn Saints, boy. I tell you, I was down there in New Orleans having a ball down there.
We did beat the Saints. I got to ask you this next question.
What's the death note? What's the death note for you?
Oh, the death nail for me? Probably gonna be in my humble opinion, when we lost to the Dolphins. At that point, it was over.
Bro, I felt so bad on my birthday. All I wanted was a win.
You needed that game. It
Right.
was in your house. I think that was what was most offensive to me was it was in your house, right? And so a couple of patterns emerged. Number one, when it comes to teams that we should beat, we obviously look past them. We clearly played down to our competition.
Right.
So the Giants, the Panthers, the Jets, somebody else I can't remember. We played down to the competition.
We didn't play the Giants, but we played some teams out
and we should have beaten them, right? So that was, but to me, the Dolphins game was, when I saw that, I'm like, this team can't get out of their own way.
Here's the funny one. That's the real death knell. You want to know why? You beat the Dolphins, you beat the Jets. You're coming down to these last two games with a playoff fight. Splitting one against the Panthers.
Yeah.
You would have had it. You lose 30-0 against the Panthers, then you lose 30-27 against the Panthers. You had these opportunities to get these wins. The Patriot game too as well. 24-23. Everybody excited about Drake London going crazy, and he misses the kick. All the talk about Parker Roma. Where is Parker Roma now? I don't hear people talk about Parker Roma no more. He misses the flipping kick. Jalen Walker going crazy. James Pierce Jr. going crazy. Just that second half from the Falcons was like, are we doing this in New England right now? And he misses the kick.
Misses the kick. But look,
another highlight I want to say, seeing how we beat the Bucs a couple weeks ago. That was funny. The 2-point conversion here, getting the ball back.
We shouldn't have beaten the Bucs.
That was crazy.
I guess my question for you for that one was that a Falcons win or a Bucs loss?
I think it was both. Gotta say both, man. Bucs blew that game and the Falcons took advantage of it. That's what oh damn, I was about to say that's what good teams do, but I guess I don't want to knock my boys, man. I love the Falcons. But at the end of the day, Falcons showed up to be a good team. And that is some of the reasons where when we heard the evaluation talk for the end of the year from Arthur Blank, what did they do? They go out there and they beat the Bucs. They go out there and they beat the Cardinals. They go out there now against the Rams tomorrow night. Let me tell you something. Don't let them beat the Rams tomorrow night. You might as well go ahead and just nail Raheem's name to that board. It ain't coming off. Don't let them beat the Rams tomorrow night.
Is that fool's gold if they beat honestly, for me, if you're going to run your team like a CEO, then you need two things. Number one, you need people that you can delegate responsibility to that can handle it. Zach Robinson could not handle it. That was not a good choice. And if you are a CEO, a part of your job is evaluating the talent that's going to report to you. That's number one, right? Number two, was Jimmy Lake up to the task? No. So if CEO Raheem is going to continue to run his team, then you got to give him a great offensive coordinator. You got to give him a great quarterbacks coach. You got to bring guys in there that can coach up what we have. A big part of the Falcons' problem has always been that we can sign good people, we can draft good people, but we were never a good development team.
Right. Here's the thing about it with Raheem, with the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, and I'm going to get to the next topic before we get up out of here. Raheem gave Jimmy Lake the job.
Mm-hmm.
And we all see what Raheem does when he's standing on the sideline with the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't sit back and argue with some of these coaches, right? There's no back and forth. If a player is called defensively, he's going to trust these guys to go do it.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Lake couldn't get the job done. He brought in his boy who knows how to be a defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Ulbrich came in there and got his job done. Zach Robinson was calling the plays offensively. He didn't go over there and question and argue with Zach Robinson on the side. Zach Robinson is now probably on the hot seat. So the next OC he does look to bring in, if it is Raheem, he's going to give him the opportunity to run the offense. All Raheem's going to do is sit over there and just
– that's fine.
On the sideline. So it's not like you have a head coach that's going back and forth with the OC. Raheem's not going to go back and forth with the OC. He's going to let this new OC run the show.
I'm not saying he should, Jack, but you got to have somebody that can do that.
There's a couple guys out there that can do it with this team. I'm telling you, there's a couple guys that can do it. It's not like Raheem is calling the offensive plays. Now, if you go get a Mike McCarthy or something like that, Mike McCarthy might be calling that play offensively. There's a couple coaches that we know that will take over that role, but he will go get an OC that can take Zach Robinson's job and say, look, these were the mistakes last year. The job is yours. Run the show. What are you going to be doing, Raheem? I'm be sitting over here watching the scoreboard.
And that's fine. But if you're going to do that, then you better damn well get somebody in here who can run an offense and who can coach players up. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't, like, again.
So because you did the two inexperienced ways, your next OC is going to be who? A veteran. Because you tried it with two inexperienced guys and it didn't work. Your next OC that Raheem's looking at is going to be somebody who has the offensive experience to coach a Bijan, I can't even say quarterbacks. I don't even know who the goddamn quarterback's going to be, to coach a Drake London. Could be Kyle Pitts. Some of these guys I do see still around in the building for years to come. But you have also a rebuilding effort in that wide receiver room, because if Mooney is gone, if Ray now is gone, you're not bringing up Chris Blair, you're not bringing up Nick Nash. Hodge is probably going to be gone too as well. It's only Drake London back there. So who next do we have? I'm not depleted.
You need three receivers. You
need some good set of receivers.
Right.
Unless they go this offseason and say, hey, Mooney, let's keep you. Let's work with you, dog. Let's bring you back. But who would be your third? Who would be your fourth? Who would be your fifth? I don't want to see them work out Chris Blair again for another post.
I don't know that you can keep Mooney as your second.
Well, then you have to go hit that draft. You got to hit that draft. So whoever your second pick, third pick, you got to go hit that draft. Right now the salary cap's looking like you're not going to go sign some big name number 2 right now.
There you go. And that is why we are in the quagmire that we are. Number one, do you keep Kirk? Can you afford to keep Kirk? And if you don't keep Kirk, can you get somebody out there that's reasonable, that's not going to be a world beater, but that can help you not lose games, right? You build onto the defense. Obviously, you got to look. And the second thing you guys need to realize is we're not going to be able to replace everything we lost. That's why I'm so irritated with Raheem.
Right. But that's the business, though. You know, most of these players are not going to be here for life. I mean, some of these players,
but you're not going to be able to replace. Say what you want to about Algier. That is a weapon.
Right.
And I promise you, wherever he goes, he's going to get 1,000 yards. You don't have that now. I promise you he's not going to resign with us. So you got to replace that. I don't know if you franchise Kyle. You could. That's going to be about $15 million.
There were some people that were calling for us to get rid of Kyle last year. Now a couple games left in the season, they all want Kyle. Everybody want Kyle. Got to keep Kyle. Hey, man, it's going to be an interesting offseason.
How do you feel about Kyle?
I know Kyle, so he's cool. Like, he's super
cool.
I'm
not saying personally. How do you feel about him coming back to the team?
I think that they should look into bringing Kyle back.
Okay.
With the way that Kelsey and Kittle's been looking this year, the tight end game hasn't been that strong for most of these teams. Hell, Jake Ferguson in Dallas was like a decent tight end this year. Kyle Pitts can get it done, bro. And I hate to say it, but they looked toward Kyle once all the wide receivers went down and that wide receiver room got ugly. And they could have used Kyle so many times this year. That would have been in a well better position. That I think fans would have been like, yo, Kyle is that dog, man. We saw it against Tampa Bay. We saw it in the game against the Patriots. We saw it this year, some flashes that people were like, keep this guy around. Kyle needs to get – I mean, Eric Ebron said it. It's unheard of for a tight end to get 10-plus targets in a game.
Yeah.
Used Kyle the way he needs to be used. Now, I'm not saying it's a Zach Robinson thing. It might have been a Kirk Cousins thing. But if Kyle goes to a team that knows how to use Kyle, you might see him on that podium in February. And I'm telling you, man, you're going to be like, damn, that could have been us. That's why I don't want to see them not use Drake London that way.
I'm glad you brought that up, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, Chad. Let's say there's a 2021 Mercedes for sale, right?
These car references. You love some cars, man.
I love me some cars. You have the money to pay for it, but you're not a mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some things wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go and you can take it and you can have it repaired, right? And it be okay. But a mechanic can go and take it, and because he knows the ins and outs of it, and really, really, really supercharge that thing. And now he's really got something. And his output is going to be better than your output because of what he has. I feel that way about Kyle Pitts. It would not surprise me if Kyle Pitts went to another team with a real offensive coordinator, right? With the coaching staff that not only coaches them up, but put players in positions to win. Have route combinations that make sense, not having everybody run 4 outs.
The one thing too as well, T-Will, it's not about us keeping Kyle. Does Kyle want to stay here in Atlanta?
That's a good.
Because a lot of times it's not these Madden moves. Not Madden moves we're looking at. We can just go press X, sign the player. Oh, he's here for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Kyle might be thinking, bro, I had 6 different quarterbacks. I had a bunch of different head coaches.
Coordinators, right.
A bunch of different coordinators. And guess what? We didn't even smell the damn playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the same way I feel about Jesse Bates too as well. Jesse Bates came from Cincinnati that was in the Super Bowl. I understand they lost, but they were in the Super Bowl. Let's go back 4 years ago and everybody saw Jesse Bates in the club with AJ and the agent. Oh, yeah, Jesse Bates is on the way. He is on the way. 4 years later, what happened? Nothing happened. He still kept the rank of being one of the top safeties in the league. Jesse Bates is that guy, don't get me wrong. But these players want to win. Look at Grady Jarrett. Did Grady Jarrett not tell us same shit, different year? Look at Grady Jarrett now. Everybody they ranked on Grady. Oh, Grady too slow. Oh, Grady not big enough. Oh, Grady not commanding that D line the way he should be. Well, the Bears said something about that. What's the Bears record?
I believe they're 13-3, sir.
They're going to the playoffs.
No.
They just won the NFC North.
They're 11-4.
They just won the NFC North.
Yeah.
With Grady Jarrett, the same one that we said don't pay.
And they're hanging with the 49ers. It's 21-14 San Francisco right now, but they're hanging with them.
Man, shout out to Grady Jarrett, man.
Shout out to Grady Jarrett.
You know I'm tight with the Grady family. Shout out to the whole entire Grady family, man.
Absolutely.
Tiffany, Ebony, all y'all. Shout out to everybody in that whole family, man.
Look
Mama Jarrett, everybody.
John says, I told my wife Atlanta Falcons are going to be the cause of my death. I can't handle the fourth quarter, guys. This shit needs to change. Well, John, we're not going to claim that the Falcons are going to be the cause of your death because we want you around, sir. Right. Okay, so I'm going to rebuke that statement. Okay, you're going to live a long life, but you may want to skip some of those fourth quarters. I can understand that. Like now, for me, I don't skip it, but I usually have something else on to where it can kind of divert my attention a little bit. But I feel you, man. I get it. I totally understand.
Falcon fans, hit that like.
Carlos says second loss to Panthers when number 9 went down.
Yeah, when we was up in the game. That's right.
That's a good point.
Three Dirties in the chat too as well. John Moreno's in the chat. Morris is gone after the Saints game. Arthur Blank knows his time is limited. I hate to say it, but even the head coaching spot is looking like some of these quarterback options too as well. Like, who is the guy to call on? Everybody keeps saying Mike McCarthy. How the hell? Anybody reach out to Mike McCarthy? Anybody know where the hell Mike McCarthy is? Anybody know where Troy Anderson is? Goddamn! Like, shit, let's go talk about this.
You did that,
money, Carlos.
Why are you taking shots at Troy?
Everybody know what these guys are.
He's never coming back. Why are you taking shots? It's pointless now. Hey, why? Why do that?
82 Money Carlo. Kyle don't want to leave. He gonna have to find new doctors and babysitters for them babies.
Oh wow!
Oh come on, 82 now.
Oh, look at Carlo taking
82.
Wow. What up, Carlo?
In the chat. You said fire Morris. John Moreno's in the chat.
What up, Sports Nuts?
We got one major topic to talk about, and we saved the best for last. Now, LaMarcus Boyd's in the chat too as well. One time for the fan. Falcon fans, if y'all checking in from YouTube right now, right? Just go hit the like button for us. Like, just head over to YouTube. I think it's right, like, where we're take the on top. So look it down. It's right here below us. Hit the like button. Drop a rise up in the chat. Drop your questions in the chat. We love talking Falcons football with everybody. Y'all know how it is when it comes to one time for the fan. We always say it's going to be an hour for the show, and now we're like an hour and 15 minutes.
11 minutes, yeah. I got to shout out James Carter, man. James Carter is my cousin by marriage.
Okay.
But just a solid guy, man. He's in the chat earlier. Now, he is – guys, don't kill him. Don't kill him, okay? He's a Saints fan. But he's my family, and he's cool. One of the coolest Saints fans I've ever met. He's cool. I know, right? But it makes family get-togethers fun because we're always in the back talking shit to each other. So, that's my guy. And I got to shout him out, James, because he was in the chat earlier. So wherever you are, James Carter, hey, man, we appreciate you, brother. Your Saints still suck, though. We still going to beat that ass in 2 weeks. Just
shout out to James Carter in the chat. You see the question on the screen. Now, we did bring up the question earlier. Falcons should have won the division. What went wrong this season? All the fans that chimed in, we put the comments on the screen too as well. Thank you all so much for your comments. Next Falcons quarterback was the question that we was talking about before we got a little bit off topic about Raheem. The Raheem topic is very big because I'm telling y'all, we're going to hear news within the next 30 days. They're not going to go into February or go into if they do go into February, it's going to be the week of the Super Bowl or after the Super Bowl. You'll hear news or some type of noise about what they're going to get ready to do. But the way that these press conferences keep going with Raheem Morris, when people were yelling for his name to be fired earlier this season, when we had that 4-game losing streak and all the other stuff, he was still there.
Mm-hmm.
He was still there. And then they're talking about Penix when Penix went down in the surgery and the rehab. And what do we hear? We keep hearing offseason. We keep hearing next year. We keep hearing offseason coming out of Raheem's mouth at the podium when he's talking to the media. Honestly, if you listen to the past 2 press conferences that the Falcons had, has anybody questioned Raheem's job security in these past 2 press conferences?
No.
I haven't heard it.
No.
Maybe they got the memo, but I haven't heard it. I was even in the chat on IG on the One Time for the Fan page asking, why aren't these reporters asking the questions that the fans want to hear? Why not ask about his job security? Why not ask about the future? You want to know why? Because remember what Raheem said a month ago before that Seattle game? Mr. Blank trusts Raheem Morris. He rocks with Raheem.
Did he really say that in third person like that?
I mean, he didn't say it like that.
He said, Blank trust Raheem Morris.
I mean, he look at me. I'm showing you.
Blank loves the heme. Blank is all about
he
the
rocks
heme.
With he likes the capris. He likes the low cut jeans. No, I'm just playing. But he said it in a way where I think fans kind of looked at it as, you're on a losing streak and the owner's still cool with you? Y'all cool with this? Because that buddy system is still the buddy system is still working in the front office. You want to know how much the buddy system is working?
Do you think
you want to know how much it's working?
We do.
Another one of our buddies is getting ready to hit the front office, and his name is the great Matt Ryan.
Yeah,
and for fans that's thinking he's coming in there to take Rich McKay's job and all this other stuff, that is a buddy system.
But Matt deserves it.
That's true. But Matt is also cool with who? Arthur Blank. Oh, who was there when Matt Ryan was there for those years? Rich McKay. Who was also there a few years? Raheem Morris. The buddy system will not go away. The best thing Raheem can do next year is to go get an OC that he believes can run this offense, is to get this shit back on track. The problem is every year is different. Circumstances are different. Scenarios are different. We don't know what's going on. I know the teams that we play, they're coming out there to fight. We play the Ravens next year. We play the Steelers next year. We play the NFC North next year. And we have an international game. I do think it's going to be Germany. We have an international game next year that we have to go overseas that we just got smacked up this year against the Colts, where a guy rushing for almost 500 yards on us. Embarrassing. And that same team that we were worried about in Berlin that we lost by a touchdown in overtime, guess what? T-Will, guess what? They're not even going to the playoffs anymore. We could have beat that team. We could have beat that team, Falcon fans. But here,
does that make our loss to them better or worse?
It's just, oh my God, it makes it even worse, bro. Like even seeing the Panthers, like we lost 2 times to the Panthers, I get it. We lost to the Jets, I get it. We lost to the Patriots, I get it. We lost to the Dolphins, I get it. But the Panthers are 8-8, getting ready to win the division. We're 6-9. That could, man, I'm telling you,
bro. This 49ers Bears game. It's 21-21 in the second quarter. Dude, they're getting after it.
Oh, 2 teams going to the playoffs? Oh, tell us more.
They are getting after it, dude.
Tell us more about 2 teams going to the playoffs.
After it, dude.
Tell us more.
This game may end up 45-38 or something like that.
Is Grady playing? Of course he's playing.
I believe he is.
He's playing. I know he's playing.
Yeah, I believe he is.
We
All
did
right,
talk
so
about
who do you want to see the Falcons? John mentioned Kubiak. Gary Kubiak's kid.
Kubiak. That's so tough for Kubiak. Where is he in Seattle? He's in Seattle right now?
No, wait. Is he? Where is
the
Kubiak?
son?
I think he is in Seattle. I'm not sure.
He's not giving up that job to come to Atlanta.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not giving up that job.
That's a good point.
So even if I don't want to even get back to the coaching with Raheem and the OC and stuff like that, John, we do respect you. We love you, man. I'm looking at this next quarterback situation because I just want to play into this next topic. If it's Penix to get in there around week 4, week 5, you got to get another quarterback that's in the midst. Fans are saying Malik Willis. Even Jacoby Brissett's name has been mentioned. Mac Jones' names has been mentioned. This is what the fan base has been saying. I've heard even people say Justin Fields.
I like Mac Jones.
Mac Jones would be my top priority right now, my top pick. Otherwise than that, if you're looking at Raheem with somebody that you know, T. Will, guess what? Somebody that you know, it's Kirk Cousins. Got to put Kirk Cousins' name in there too as well.
Oh, I thought
because you don't know
about to say Jameis Winston.
Oh shit, no, not Jameis Winston. I think Jameis once said that he'd never play for the Falcons. I can't remember if he said that or not. But I don't see Jameis Winston. People talking about Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is not stepping foot downtown Atlanta when he knows Future Studios right around the corner. It's not
going to happen. Atlanta's too petty.
Atlanta's too Atlanta for Russell Wilson. You guys already know that.
They are too petty.
Either they go take a shot at the quarterback situation in the draft, which I think a CBS Sports journalist had mentioned earlier this year after Penix went down, the Falcons need to go ahead and look at their second-round pick and go get a quarterback in the second round. I don't think that's the move. I think you wait until 2027.
Yeah.
But you have a couple quarterbacks right now that you can probably throw in the mix to be your next quarterback if Michael Penix is not ready to go week 1, which we here think at one time for the fan that he's not going to be ready. I understand he's doing the dancing videos with the family and he's on the crutches and he's rehabbing. I get it. He's not going to be ready week 1. And if he is ready, somebody's rushing him to get back out there. And that's unacceptable.
I think you won't see him before week 8.
Mac Jones.
See him at all. So, yeah.
Mac Jones. Jacoby Brissett. Mm-hmm. Malik Willis. Cooper Rush. Don't say Russell Wilson. Kirk Cousins. That's 5 quarterbacks right there that you can probably look at.
I'd go Kirk and Mac top tier.
Right.
Because it also depends on the offensive coordinator. Certain quarterbacks are not going to fit their scheme, so it depends on you. We really need to know who the offensive coordinator is going to be,
right,
before we can say this guy over this guy. Now, if you're just looking at talent, for me, I'm going to go Mac and
Jones.
Kirk. Just because they've shown a propensity to get things done.
Experienced Jacoby Brissett, but I saw some bad throws from Jacoby last week, bro. That shit was looking like you don't want to be. I understand he's a veteran in this league and he's been around the league. He's a backup quarterback merchant, but man, I saw some. They threw that defense at Jacoby Brissett last week, and you can see what happens when you get a DC like Jeff Ulbrich out there going up against a guy like Jacoby Brissett. Mac Jones, I like the way Mac Jones played this year to fill in for Brock Purdy, but then again, that's a Kyle Shanahan type of team. So you already know that even the 5th string quarterbacks can be ready to go. I don't even know who the 5th string quarterback is. He could bring a fan in from the stands in the 3rd quarter, and he's throwing for 250 yards too.
Yeah,
as well.
I tell you what, man, Kyle, and that's why I can't look at Trey Lance. Because if Kyle couldn't get anything out of you, dude, I don't even. You know what I mean? I mean, if Kyle couldn't do it with you, I'm sorry.
Shout out to Music is Life in the chat. Atlanta Falcons Fandemic, another content creator to go check out. Uncle Steve stopped by. Make sure you check him out. Atlanta Falcons Fandemic's in the chat. Make sure you check him out too as well. Even with that quarterback situation, T. Will, we'll move on from that because there's still a lot to go over. You did say something really good, and I think fans need to think about this. The next quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons that would be able to step in for Michael Penix until that time comes there's going to be an OC announced way before that. So you'll hear that news or that information or that notification. You'll get that way before they announce who the next quarterback would be in the building. Obviously, they want to make sure. He said, "How about Jimmy Garoppolo? Is Jimmy Garoppolo still in the league?"
He is. I think he was injured, but yeah, Jimmy G's still there.
I'm good. I'm good on Jimmy G.
You may as well go with Easton Stick. I mean, if you're gonna, you know what I mean,
right?
No disrespect, Jimmy had his moments, but I just think that ship has sailed.
Right.
No.
John Moreno said, if we lose the last 2 games, then what? Then
that is it.
They go into the off season.
What if we lose these last 2 games?
That's it.
What if we going? What if we end up going 6-11 and we lose to the hated Saints at home? How y'all gonna feel? How you gonna feel, Jack Spade?
I hate losing to the Saints. That win this year in New Orleans felt good, talking all that shit down there in New Orleans. But then again, you walked out that stadium and guess what? Nobody cared. Nobody cared. They went straight to second line in. They went straight to the restaurants.
How are you? I need you to answer the question, sir. How are you going to feel if we lose those last 2 games? How are you going to feel?
I would feel more upset that we lost to the Saints than the Rams. The Rams are getting ready to go to the playoffs. I don't know about the Saints. The Saints are just piss poor. They lost to the Titans today, right?
No, they beat the Titans.
Oh, they came back to beat the Titans?
They beat them like 34-26 or something.
Oh, my gosh. Well, guess what? Well, we have to put the Saints out of their misery. A sweep to the Saints would actually make me feel a little bit better. Now, I know Falcon fans will say, oh, beating the Saints is our Super Bowl. No, not really. But we love to beat the Saints, right? It just holds a little bit of weight when we go to, hey, you guys are always the bottom feeders. Atlanta Falcons Fandemics in the chat. With his major being communication, what possible role could Matt play to bring to the team, though? Now, this is cool because we're switching over topics from the quarterback situation for next year into the Matt Ryan role. Of course, the news breaking that Matt Ryan could possibly be interested in a front office position with the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the way I'm looking at it, T-Will, if it's like people are saying, a significant front office role, whose position around the front office would be up for grabs? And I ain't talking about no analyst or no consultant or no somebody to come in to sit next to Arthur Blank and tell. No. I'm talking about somebody who can possibly be maybe the next GM here. Right? Now, it'd be a big opportunity for Matt Ryan to take on the GM on his first year, first role. But wherever you put Matt Ryan, he has to be really close to this team when it comes to building the franchise back to where we once were, when it comes to rebuilding this organization that is falling apart. And it doesn't mean going there and fire Rich McKay. I'm whatever position he got, it ain't going to be to fire Rich McKay. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
so just throw that shit out the door.
Absolutely.
I know some fans are like, hey, man, he going to bring him in there and fire Rich McKay. No, he's not.
Mm-hmm. We got A1. We got A1 and Big Low in the chat. What in the world, Bo? What up, A1?
Big shout out to A1. Big shout out to Big Low Country Sports, too, as well. Played some really good golf with him earlier. To bring in Matt Ryan is just to really oversee some things, not only throughout the team, but of course, what went wrong these past couple of years to help him fix what can go right for the next couple of years. But Matt Ryan is a guy with a lot of experience, football knowledge, IQ is through the roof. And this is a guy that came from Boston College that fans were like, who is this kid when we drafted him? Who is this guy? But over the years, he warmed the hearts of a lot of Falcon fans that needed a quarterback in that fourth quarter. And let's not even talk about his strength to get hit after hit after hit after hit and get up and get in the huddle and tell the team we're finna go down here and drive these next 2 minutes and go win this game. Matt Ryan forever will be
more hits than Motown.
Bro, forever goated as one of the best quarterbacks in Atlanta history. Atlanta Falcons history. But what can he do in the front office? Tom Brady's over there with the Raiders. Am I right?
He is.
What are the Raiders doing?
Nothing.
Matt Ryan has an opportunity to step in with a franchise that he knows. Here's the thing. Remember I mentioned that buddy?
Mm-hmm.
There are people in the building that are still in the building from when Matt Ryan left. Here's the thing. There are people in that building that are still in that building from when Matt Ryan got there. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling y'all, when it comes to Matt Ryan's role, it's going to be something that he can look over this team with Arthur Blank and be that second voice, be that extra voice. Those corporate people can't run a team.
Mm-hmm.
You need people like Matt Ryan in the building. That's why fans were like, go get that guy Louis Riddick. Go get somebody who has some real experience here to help out with the general manager spot. And I
I
know
love
Terry,
Louis Riddick as a GM.
he's a good guy, man. Hearing what Louis Riddick talks about, when he's always speaking football knowledge and all that other type of stuff, but what he would do as a GM here, who knows? But I see Matt Ryan, if it's not going to be a general manager role, it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be something that's really close to Arthur Blank, not a stadium role, something with the Falcons at Flowery Branch. You see the love that Matt gets when he's at Flowery Branch with the ice cubes. Fans are, Matt, come take a picture. Matt, oh my God, Matt Ryan's out there. Just that 1 or 2 days he's out there, fans are going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though he might have not been able to win the big game for us, Matt Ryan put his blood, sweat, and tears on the line for 10 plus years here in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
The only person I would look at to say Matt can come in here and take a quick, big time position would be Terry, because he's on his last year. And if he's out the door and Matt Ryan's possibly taking a significant front office role, well, what is the significant front office role? Didn't we remember that Rich McKay moved over to the stadium operations side?
Mm-hmm.
So if he's not dealing with the Falcons like that, quote unquote, then what would Matt Ryan do?
Hey, Jack, it looks like it's about that time, man. You
It's
know
about that time.
it's that time in every show when one of our special guests drops a super chat.
Super chat. I don't want to wake the kids up.
We got Falcon Fandemic dropping a super chat. He says, everyone think Future will rattle Russell Wilson. Russell may run Future out of here. Bring Russell in might be the move that helps us move on from Cousins. Fandemic, I respect you, brother.
Super chat.
I love you, brother. You my 1970 brother, but I can't see it. I can't see it.
Atlanta Falcons Fandemic.
This is you talk, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something
that we hear at one time.
The first time Russell misses a pass, they're gonna play Future all night. Those damn Atlanta. No, I can't see it. And you could be right. And you know I love you, Fandemic. You know I love you. You know I respect you.
100% respect you. Matter of fact, 200% respect you, Fandemic. And if you ever pick those golf clubs up, I'm gonna beat you on that course like I did Big Low today.
Fandemic,
200%.
Don't you take that, Fandemic. Don't you let him disrespect you like that.
I respect the super chat.
Show him what time it is for the. Tell him you can't beat them 70s babies, Fandemic.
Hey, from the super chat,
Fandemic gonna take you to the woodshed, Jack Spade.
Hey, let me say something. From the super chat to joining us tonight to talk Falcons football here with us, to bring these comments and bring your positivity about the team, man, Fandemic, we are 100%, 200%, 300%, 1,000% respect you.
Yes, we do, brother. Yes,
but I'm going to tell you right now from the streets of Atlanta, I'm going to keep it 100 with you.
Oh, my goodness.
The moment Russell Wilson steps off that plane.
The moment.
At Hartsfield Jackson.
The millisecond.
He going to see number of free bands out there. Let me tell you something. It's a family thing, too, as well, when it comes to security for Russell Wilson. His wife.
Right.
Was Future's ex. Matter of fact, they have a child together.
Mm-hmm.
which I think we've heard some reports, Future's still not happy about a lot of things that has transpired over the past couple years when it comes to Little Future and Russell Wilson. Now, some will say, well, they're grown ups and all this type of stuff, and Future stepped out. Hey, I don't know nothing about that. What I do know is Future's I'm going to say an SN. I don't want to say that word. He's an SN. He's a street nigga. He'll always be that. He's going to carry that persona for the rest of his life. Listen to his music from years ago to his music right now. It hasn't changed. I told people this a long time ago when we needed a quarterback, and the only three available was Fields, Wilson, and Kirk Cousins. And I turned on the radio on V103 one morning. You know what I heard? The Future song when he said F. Russell Wilson on the song. They were playing it at 7 o'clock in the morning on V103.
Mm-hmm. Petty.
You want to be petty.
Eddie.
Falcons going to lose the game, but we're going to win the petty.
Petty Eddie.
We're going to win the petty.
Eddie.
And that first interception, hell, let me tell you something. He ain't even going to make it through training camp in Atlanta. Mm. These Falcon fans, don't forget our fan base. Our fan base is petty.
What if Future showed up at training camp?
So wait a minute. Atlanta is Atlanta, bro. We will always Atlanta. You can't stop Future from getting a field level suite. What they gonna do? Tell Future you can't show up?
Where everybody can what? Oh my God, that'd be crazy, man.
And let's not even go to Future. Future's old Dungeon family too.
Yuri disagrees with you. Yuri's like, Future's never at the bins. He has no say who we sign at quarterback. Shaking my head. And Yuri, you're right. I'm just saying that, Atlanta Falcon fans, I love them, but they can be petty.
Yuri.
And I'm telling you, I don't see how that would work in Russ's
family. Yuri, I rock with you, Yuri, but I'm telling you right now, when it comes to, let me tell you something. I wouldn't want to be in a city playing for any team where somebody disrespected my wife.
Right.
I mean, disrespected my wife.
Right.
There's not like no co-parenting thing going on, this type of stuff. There's just straight up, hey, man, F you. I put you on a song. I ain't put you on a song 20 years ago. I put you on a song 2 years ago with Quavo.
Right.
And bring up the verse. He could have said 1,000 other things that rhyme with that word, but he had to say F. Russell Wilson on the song.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of like if the Offset Cardi B thing. Y'all want Stephen Diggs here in Atlanta too? Y'all want Stephen Diggs?
No.
You think Offset finna be sitting here watching Stephen Diggs play for the Falcons? That man pulling up. Northside pulling up, man. Bro, let me tell you something, man. Atlanta, man. That's why Russell Wilson wouldn't even think about coming to Atlanta, bro. Sierra, I know she grew up in the city. I totally get it. But they will fly here, touchdown, and move to the next city.
Well, my concern if I'm Russ is it's not even Future. It's the idiots that
people that follow the Future.
Right. That just go out and do stupid stuff, man.
They're gonna be in the stand, bro. Remember when Seattle played us? That game back in the dome?
Mm-hmm.
Jay Envy told y'all here on this podcast. They told him you not playing Future.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what happened? People still showed up playing Future.
Right.
To get my boy Freddie Brooks was in the end zone with a giant poster like this. A giant poster of Future in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Row 1.
Mm-hmm. Yuri say, yeah, I'll take Diggs here.
So every time Russell Wilson drove down the field on that north end zone, guess what he looked at? A picture of Future.
Yeah.
That shit will rattle you, man. And you know what? Don't even let me get to where I be at. Terry, you know where I be on these sidelines as a fan.
Yep.
You know what I heard when Ritter was at quarterback? Do y'all want to know what I heard? Not from other fans. From Falcon fans. You want to know what I heard?
Tell us, Jack.
Man, I'm trying to be PG rated tonight. Bro, I literally turned around and saw fans calling, they wanted Ritter out of there. They wasn't giving him no type of Ritter, man, no positivity. Oh man, go out there, Ritter, you'll get him next time. Man, they were cussing that man out on the sideline. That's our fan.
Kiera's pissed at you right now, right?
For who? Oh, of course. I mean,
I'm just saying.
That's her guy.
Just get ready.
They do DoorDash deliveries together. That's the guy.
Oh wow. Oh,
he drives and he throws it out the window. You ever played the game Paperboy back in Nintendo?
Wow. Oh wow. Call a penalty on yourself, man.
I'm just saying,
that's unnecessary roughness right there.
I rock with
15-yard penalty.
Oh, God.
15-yard penalty.
He's not in the red and black.
Roughness on Jack. He didn't have to make that DoorDash comment. That's a bit too far there, sir.
Look, I rock with Fandemic. I totally do. This anybody's opinion we respect here on the channel. Of course,
we love Fandemic. Fandemic is my
Yuri
guy.
said F that, bring future, all this other. I totally respect it. But the streets of Atlanta, the ones who are not here in this chat, are going to have a field day with Russell Wilson. And don't forget, this ain't no he gets signed tomorrow, he plays the following week. This is 6 months off season. Brady finna let that man have it every day.
Yeah.
From the radio station.
Yeah.
Not 92. From the radio station. And that means he got to get in the car every day and do what?
And then his kids got to go to school.
I go to school and hear that shit too?
I don't know that would be a conducive. See,
bro, I'm not going to no city where somebody disrespected my wife. No.
If I'm Russ, it's not about me so much as it is my kids.
It's a we now. It's not a me. If he was by himself, hey, I'll pull up and fight this. I'll fight this Joker one-on-one. We can shoot the ones right now. I have a wife and a kid.
Right. My wife got to be here. And it's just gonna, and again, I'm telling you, these fans, right? And it's not every fan, but you have some fans that are so loyal.
The ones who don't have to show up to the games. They
are disillusional.
They tweet and they tweet and they do all that.
You don't know. So
they're gonna be outside Magic City calling that man out, man. Come on now.
I don't think Russ goes to Magic City, sir.
I'm sure he would even take that route going home. Might as well just put a helicopter on the top of Mercedes-Benz to get that man back to Roswell. Falcon fan, hit that like, share, and subscribe, button. Your Atlanta Falcons content creator, fantasy football league champion, checking in. Country beat Bodie?
Oh boy!
What? Country beat Bodie in the league?
Country's the champion?
Are you serious? Wow! Congratulations, Country. For those that do not know, I lost last week to Country.
Yes,
in the semifinals.
Yes, you did.
And they went on to play. He went on to play Bodie in the championship. And I was on the golf course with Country earlier. He was down like 20 points. And now he went ahead and beat Bodie. Big shout out to, oh my God, Kerry's beating the crap out of me too.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's over. Season's over.
It doesn't matter. What are you?
It's all about the champion, I guess.
You're playing for McDonald's now at this point. You're playing for bubblegum money. Like, what are you playing for? It doesn't matter, Jack. Nobody cares. Okay, it's America. We love our championships here. Okay. Now I didn't even make the playoffs, so I can't even talk about anybody. I didn't even make the playoffs.
You said you beat me though. You got a lucky win on me this season.
I wouldn't call it luck, sir. I wouldn't call it luck. It's
somebody fixed your roster that day.
So nobody fixed my roster but me, sir.
We'll talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Whatever.
82 Monte Carlo, Rich McKay going up the NFL ladder possibly. But he still doesn't have those ties to the Falcons organization. Remember, he moved over to stadium operations side, or so they say. And I think he wanted to be the next commissioner. If anybody leaves the league, if Roger Goodell leaves tomorrow, my next bet for NFL commissioner is Rich McKay. But Rich McKay has found his home here in Atlanta for how many years, Terry? 2 years? 3 years? 4 years?
You said
5 years?
Rich McKay been here like 20.
Oh! 20 plus years.
He's been
that man is Arthur's best friend. Arthur's best friend. We'll just keep it as that. What in the world, Bo? TJ's over here out in that big little country. And Atlanta, Georgia Faithful's in the chat. Shout out to Atlanta, Georgia Faithful. Make sure I go check out his content too as well.
Hey, hold on 1 sec. Big Low, did you play Celebration when you won? When you realized you won the championship, did you douse yourself with champagne and did you play Celebration? There's a party going on right here. A celebration.
I don't think it was champagne. I think it was more like moonshine, knowing country.
Oh, hey, are you drinking the moonshine? Are you celebrating tonight, Big Low? Are you celebrating with moonshine? We want to know, man. Let us know. The fans want to know. Your fans want to know, Big Low.
Atlanta, Georgia Faithful. Are they bringing in Matt Ryan for real? There's talks. It came out today that he could be possibly interested in a front office position with the Atlanta Falcons. What is the position? We do not know. Maybe we'll find out something in the next couple of days. I will say this though. It's December 28th for those that just got in here. This Falcons season ends in 2 weeks. We need to be hearing something by the end of January, which is about a month away. And if we don't hear something then, we need to be hearing something when? That week after Super Bowl when it's Black Monday. Because you can't go into April thinking if Raheem's going to be here. That's a short-term leash to go and get a new head coach and a new OC. And hell, around April, they're doing the damn OTAs and draft and free agency. They ain't got time to bring in no new head coach around that time and let him get to work. The decision has to be made within the next couple of weeks. So I expect Arthur Blank and this organization to put something out here within the next 30 days about Raheem's position. And of course, we are down to the last 2 games of the season. It's funny how they did say, T-Will, the evaluation is going to be going on for the next couple games. And now the Matt Ryan news is now being involved. You know what I'm saying? Like something happened up there in Flowery Brand.
Is that a distraction? Is the Matt Ryan news a distraction? Look over here. We're doing
distraction though. It's a good distraction.
It is a good distraction.
We need a Matt Ryan in the front office, right?
We do.
Maybe go get Julio. Maybe go get Julio Jones now and try to get him a statue outside of Mercedes-Benz.
Well, you know what? You know what's going to happen? Matt's going to tell Julio to get fucking set in that building one more time.
Right. Falcon Fandemic thing.
Would you ever say that to Julio? Julio's 6'5". If you're playing quarterback, are you going to yell at Julio? Get fuck? I wouldn't. I'd be like, "Hey, Julio, get set, man." But I would. I don't know that I would do that, bro.
That was Sanu. Remember, he said that about Sanu. Sanu wasn't ready.
It was Sanu or was it?
It was Sanu. It was Sanu wasn't ready.
Yeah, I still wouldn't say it to Sanu. I'm 5'9". Hey, man, get set, bro. Appreciate you.
Hey, shout out to Falcons Fandemic.
Shout out to Fandemic.
I think Fontenot may have hurt his stock by overriding the agreed upon draft pick at number 8.
I don't think he did. What's his name has double-digit sacks, does he not?
James Pierce is up there. He's over 5 right now, isn't he?
James Pierce has 8.
Yeah, 8. Dorland's got 8 too as well, right?
I mean, no.
Brady's best season, he was like 6.5 or 7. Dorland's got 8 by himself. Hell, Lakel London got 4 right now.
James Pierce is balling, bro. I mean, look it. Sometimes and all respect due, right? We don't have to take on everything that the media puts out there. Like, you sacrificed this year's draft pick for James Pierce, and I'm okay with that because he's a stud. Because not only did he get 8 sacks, but he contributed to about 12 more.
A bunch of other sacks too as well.
He blew past his guy off the line, and the quarterback had to step up in the pocket. So James Pierce is a guy.
The amount of pressure he put on quarterbacks was
that you build around.
Jalen Walker too. I forget about Jalen Walker. Jalen Walker went crazy on the other side.
Yeah, but you were going to pick Jalen Walker anyway. I'm saying we got our guys for the next 10 years. Right. We got our guys. This draft, this upcoming draft, we need 1 or 2 receivers. We need a big ugly to stick in the middle. And hey, man, a few other things that we may have to pay for. But let's go to war, man. But one thing we don't have to worry about now, guys, we have a legitimate pass rush. We got 50 sacks with 2 games left. We could end up with 60 sacks, bro. Right. We are the second best sack leader or the second best team in sacks in the league. So for me, that pick was – I don't have an issue with giving up a second-round pick or what first-round pick, whatever.
What you're saying is Raheem – did his job by bringing in a DC to get the
I'm
job
saying
done.
Terry Fontenot did his job
But
by drafting that
we're
guy.
talking buddy. We're talking buddy.
I mean, look it. Raheem did it
So
the
I think
second time around.
Raheem's gonna look at that OC and say,
He did it the second time around.
I think Raheem's gonna look at that OC and say, hey, I fixed the DC situation. Maybe I can go and fix the offensive coordinator situation. Well, we'll get to that. Still a couple days left. Philando's in the chat. This is a Rich McKay move to save their jobs. Didn't you hear Raheem when he said Matt Ryan was one of his best friends? Buddy.
Yeah.
Bring in all the buddies. Bring them all in.
I think
bring Kyle back too. Bring on Kyle back for a couple days too.
Yeah, I don't think Matt. I think Matt's gonna tell it like it is, though. I don't think Matt's one of those guys that's just gonna. That's not him.
He's gonna sit at the table.
People think that because he, of his persona, but behind closed doors, Matt will get in that.
That is true. But Matt's a good guy. He's a great guy. I'm telling you, he's gonna sit at that table and say, "Oh, I know you. I know you too. Hey, I know you too. I know you too. Hey, you was here when I was drafted, and you're still here."
All right, last topic, Jack. How can our Falcons beat the Rams in tomorrow night's game? What do they have to do?
Do the same thing they did against the Bucs and the Cardinals, man. They just got to fight. Do they want to win? I don't think there's a point of tanking at this point because season's over. But go out there and give the fans what they want the last two home games, right? If Kirk Cousins is connecting, if you're looking up at the scoreboard and the score is 13-10 Falcons in the third quarter, they might win that game. But if you're looking up and the score is 7-21 Rams in the third quarter, just head for the exits, folks. Just head for the exits. But I think the Falcons do come out there and at least play competitive to play spoiler. Right.
So number one, we got to exploit the Rams' pass defense.
Right.
Although that man Jared Verse, man, that's a dude right there. But
you got a couple people on that defensive line that Raheem mentioned in the press conference the other day. But then you got Puka, you got to worry about. You got Devontae Adams, Devontae Adams to worry about. And you also got what Raheem said.
Didn't he get hurt last week? Didn't he get hurt last week? I thought.
No, he was out for that. No, did he get hurt? I think he got banged up for a play or two, but it wasn't something that's going to keep him out from playing tomorrow night. And I think a lot of people are going to try to put Puka in their prize picks or their fantasy line.
Why wouldn't you? Tomorrow. Why wouldn't you?
You're playing a team that's 6-9.
Can win this game. Number one is to keep Rams offense off the field. You have to win the time of possession battle, and you got to win it by at least 2-1. You gotta. The only way you're gonna beat this team is to keep that offense off the field because they are electric. That's number one. And to go along with that, you got to establish the dual threat running game. You're gonna need something from Bijan. You're gonna need something from Algier. You're probably gonna have to get about 95 rushing yards, maybe another 75 passing yards. Drake's
Kirk got to be on point tomorrow night. I think Drake London's questionable.
Drake's going to be back, but you don't know if he's going to be back. I don't know. We'll see.
He took a couple plays last week and had to step off too.
Yeah. On defense, we got to pressure the quarterback. We got to take away the deep ball. We got to contain their running game. We got to get Kyle Pitts the ball versus their secondary. It's going to come down to Bijan versus their linebackers and the Atlanta pass rush versus the Rams offensive line. That's
one thing I can say about Matthew Stafford. I mean, he is rounding 40 years old, but he gonna stand in that pocket.
And that arm is strong. That arm is strong, sir.
Yeah.
That is a cannon. That is
he knows how to get the ball down the field. So you got to watch out for deep shots too as well. You still got a defense that is on the field. You got Xavier Watts out there. You got Jesse out there. You got AJ out there. I think Clark Phillips is set to return. I don't know if it's tomorrow night or he'll be ready for the Saints game, maybe to finish up the rest of the year. But you got some players that do want to fight for not only a contract with the Falcons next year, but possibly a contract in the future for another team. So just don't go out there and tank it all. It's a Monday night game in Atlanta. Atlanta traffic is going to be crazy too as well. Rod Wave is performing next door. He's performing right now at State Farm, but he has a 2-night back-to-back. Rod Wave is performing at State Farm. So there's going to be a lot of traffic downtown. So get downtown early for tomorrow's game. T-Will, we're going to be down there about 6 o'clock or so. So for fans that's going to be looking to check in with One Time for the Fan, definitely want to go ahead and hit up the IG page, IG at One Time for the Fan, the YouTube page too as well. We're going to be in there talking Falcons football with a lot of Falcon fans. T-Will, I'm probably pretty sure he's going to be around the building, chatting it up with some too as well. But it's going to be a great time being back in the Benz, and just having a good time to know that it's the end of the season, right? The crazy part is, regardless if the Falcons win or lose, we know that changes are going to be made soon, regardless if it's going to be at the quarterback situation, the head coaching situation, offensive coordinator situation. We know that we need to get better. It's been 8 years of a losing drought, and we have to do something to get back on track. The sad part is it's going to be a long 9 months before we get back out there on that field next year against any team that we have to play week 1. But of course, over the period of time,
because I think there'll be so much excitement around, will we go and get an offensive coordinator? Like, we are going to have to reconstruct this team to a certain extent. So I think, I mean, it will be long,
right?
But kind of won't be long in that, because look, Zach Robinson's got to go.
But you was here last year, T. Will. You saw those dead periods during the offseason when we had no news. There was nothing going on. And it was like, we could sit here and play tic-tac-toe for the next hour with some of the fans. We had nothing to bring out, no information, no news. It was just us just.
I think this year's going to be different, man, because if Raheem does not get it, he's gone, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If Raheem is given another year, Falcons better come out swinging. He better come out swinging. So there's a different level of pressure that's going to be on them, and that's going to carry over into, who do you bring in here as an offensive coordinator? Who do you bring in here as a special teams coach? Who are you going to bring in here to back up Bijan? Are you going to franchise Kyle? Are you going to re-sign him?
Is Michael Penix your future?
Are you going to extend Drake? Because his is coming up. So there's a lot to talk about in the offseason. Matter of fact, I think Caleb McGarry's deal is up. So you're gonna need a right tackle.
Jake Matthews is coming around the corner to the riding the white horse era too, as well. Jake Matthews going to be here for the next 3-4 years. I mean, something to look at. Yeah. The center position too. Did Nuzil did a good enough job for Falcon fans to say, hey, we can keep Nuzil here next year too, as well? I mean, there's a lot of things that we can go over. The number 2 wide receiver spot, the number 3 wide receiver spot. Something to look at. Ray 50 said Rook might be a bust. Dorless is definitely outplaying Rook. So there's a lot to go over. I think you need a big butterball in the middle. I think that's what the Falcons are missing. Somebody to stuff with some run stuffing.
So far as to say is Rook.
I'm not going to say a bust just yet, but I mean, I think Rook is going into his – he's going into his contract year. I know Zach Harrison's going into his contract year. Oh, man, there's a lot. Hey, let me tell you something. There's going to be some players out the door.
Rook was drafted when? Last year, right?
No. Rook was here –
Rook was drafted last year.
Rook was here with Arthur Smith, wasn't it? The last year of Arthur Smith.
No,
it wasn't. It was last year.
No,
Rook was a rookie last year.
Yes, I think.
Boy, so many players on this team.
Oh wow, he does not have a good PFF score.
D.A. Hunter. When was Rook drafted? Rook had to be drafted 2022.
So what now?
Rook, man. When was Rook drafted?
It wasn't drafted in 2022. Rook was drafted last year.
Oh, 2020 is drafted last year. That's right. Last year. Zach Harrison. Zach Harrison's the one that's coming up on his deal, I believe.
Yeah.
Zach Harrison.
Yeah, but Rook's PFF score is not good. I did not realize that. I mean,
John Moreno said the Falcons are playing for pride at this point.
Yeah, they are. Who was it that said Rook might be but he might be on this, because I didn't think his score was. Rook's PFF right now is a 38. That is.
I mean, Lakel London's getting a lot of PT too as well right now.
Yeah, so but I didn't realize Rook's PFF score was that bad.
Right.
That is bad, bro. I didn't realize that.
Atlanta Falcons
whoever said that about him being a bust, you might be onto something. I stand corrected.
Fandemic said, get these last couple of games and to get a look at Nick Nash, Joshua Smith, Chris Blair playing for pride at this point. So a lot of fans in the chat believe it's just about pride at this point. I mean, the season is over, but if you can go out there and sneak a win against the Rams, you have to go beat the Saints. Don't go out there and tank no game against the Saints. Go and destroy the Saints. Because you know what's the funny thing? They put that game toward the end of the season because they figured that there was going to be some type of playoff run where they can flex the game and all that type of stuff. Saints fans are still showing up to Atlanta next week. They don't care. So that stadium might be packed for a 6-10 team versus a 6-10 team. Like it's going to be crazy. DA Hunter's in the chat too as well. Shout out to DA Hunter. He just picked up the golf clubs too as well, man. T-Will, everybody picked up the golf clubs, but you gotta get out there. You gotta get out there and get on the golf course too as well, man. Ray 50's in the chat. Will Raheem be here in 2026? We talked about that earlier, Ray 50. If we continue going with it, we're gonna be here another hour, man.
Who's that character plays golf? What's his name? Adam Chandler.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah, plays him.
Yeah. Happy Gilmore?
Happy Gilmore.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Gilmore, I would not be. But, I mean, we'll see. You never know. You never
Shout
know.
out to Boogeyman. Boogeyman in the chat too as well.
Boogeyman, what up, man? What's going on?
The Boogeyman. Hey, the Boogeyman here, cool. The Boogeyman. Hey, man, big shout out to Boogeyman. Big shout out to John Moreno, Smooth C, everybody in the chat talking Falcons football. Y'all are great. This is what this show is all about. This is what we do. We love talking Falcons football. I told T-Will we'll be here for an hour.
Yeah, we're almost at that time, sir. So you probably want to motor through if you're trying to do, you know what I mean?
My buddies on GTA right now. They're probably going crazy on GTA. I had a nice holidays. How was your holiday season, T-Will? How was everything, man? We've been
holiday was great, man. I tell you what, Christmas I was giving lessons in spades. Classes. I was
giving beatings and lessons too.
I was putting belt to ass, man.
Putting them through the table, huh?
The thing about it is, I was making them laugh, so they loved it. You know what I mean? It goes down better when you make them laugh when you beat them.
Yeah,
they don't hate you. They love you. You know what I mean? They want me to come back and whoop on them some more. How about that? But no, it was a great time, man. Went over to my daughter's place, and she and I got on the table together and administered some justice, and it's quite entertaining. We had gumbo. I love me some gumbo, man. And had some neck bones. I love neck bones. Oh my God, I love neck bones. Those are two of my favorite things. And an assortment of other dishes, but those are my favorites. So it was a big hit. Had a great time. And yeah, New Year's is coming up this week. So yeah, man. What about you? How was your holiday?
Everything was good, man. I just been following the footsteps. You know, since the Falcon season's been kind of over, you know, the work schedule, T-Will, you know, the work schedule was crazy for me. So that's why a lot of people probably haven't seen the podcast and everything. But T-Will, former ATO Sports, you guys make sure you guys subscribe and check out that channel because T-Will is always here dropping knowledge too as well. There's other content creators out here doing a great job within the community. Fandemic is one of them too as well. Uncle Steve, A1 Country. Make sure you guys follow them too as well because people's out here you know, bringing positivity to the fan base. But for myself here at one time, my work schedule over the holidays has been busy. T-Will, you know, I'll hit you up in the morning and say, hey, man, we're doing a podcast. And at 10 o'clock that night, I'm still at work.
Yeah.
You know, because we deal with a lot with the hurricane relief for Jamaica and everything and what's going on with that. And it's real crazy. And of course, with the holidays, people are rushing to get everything they can to the islands and everything. But I tried to follow in the footsteps of Yuri since the Falcons have been disappointing, going to a lot of Hawks games. And then the Hawks now are on a losing streak right now. So
6-game losing streak.
Yeah, and they have to play a Minnesota team Wednesday. I think they can get Minnesota, though. I think they can get Minnesota. They almost had the Knicks last night. They got to work on, you know, the switch on the pick and roll, man, with the 3-ball. Like, they're giving up way too much space with that switch. I don't know if they're tired or what it is, but it's like, I'm sitting there watching, and I got some great seats, man. I'm right there courtside. So I'm sitting there watching.
Is this Trey's fault? Is this anything?
I'm not going to put it on Trey just yet. I'm not going to put
it on him getting back in the swing of things because we were doing okay without him.
I'm not going to put it on Trey. I think
I'm not saying you got to put him on Trey, but I mean you can't deny that we were winning without him.
I think Trey, clearly you can see from some of the videos that they post when they're doing he's not there yet.
Okay.
You know, and that's what I don't want from Michael Penix. I don't want to see him being rushed back and fans are like, yeah, we got our quarterback back. No, you don't. He is not 100%. Do not just put this guy back out there and think that, you know, right now we can't talk into the future just yet about the but we're hoping for a new OC. But if it's Zach Robinson, who knows what's going to happen next year? I don't think it's going to be Zach Robinson. But if it is Zach Robinson, he has to go off of the skill set that Penix has as a quarterback that's injured. They're going to put him back in that pistol and that shotgun. And every team, if we know it as fans, just imagine what NFL teams are scouting and defenses are looking when Penix is back there. He can't take a snap under center. He won't take a snap under center with Zach Robinson. But as soon as Kirk Cousins is in the game, oh, damn, 30%, 40%, 50% of your snaps.
Right.
So it's like,
I don't think you can sell Zach Robinson to this fan base.
Yeah,
you're not gonna sell out those PSLs if you bring back that staff as it is now. I'm telling you, you won't.
Well, the thing about it is with the PSLs, you just don't get rid of the PSLs. You're still going to be in the hole.
People can let them go into default. I mean, they don't have to.
You're gonna end up paying for it too. You're gonna pay for it.
I'm just saying, man. You're gonna have a lot of empty seats next year. You say whatever you want to say. People are not going to show back up for this when what they've witnessed with this coaching staff, where you have poo-pooed the last 2 years, that somebody's going to have to be sacrificed. Blood must be paid. There must be a sacrifice to the fan gods.
It's funny.
Okay?
It's funny
whether it is Maurice Williams, whether it is Zach Robinson, or both, there must be blood. There must be blood. Okay? Somebody's head's got to roll. You got to have 2 or 3 heads. It's just the way it is. Especially if you're going to sell us on bringing back Raheem Morris with the same staff, and you're going to lose some people. No, thank you. No. One thing I can say, what movie was that? Saw 3, Saw 4? Oh, yes, there will be blood. Tune in for this offseason, folks. Oh, yes, there will be blood.
It's funny you say the PSLs. It's funny how you mentioned the PSLs because they're due in like less than 60 days.
Well,
so PSLs are due. Well, first payment is due less than 60 days. So people gotta get it in, man.
It's gonna be interesting to see how that goes, man. I'm real interested to see. So let me ask you a question. Can you sell PSLs? Like, what
you could sell it back to the stadium, but I still think you have to pay off like some of that percentage that you owe. Like, you're just not going to leave a $6,000 PSL sitting on the table for the Falcons to go pick up. You can, I forget how you do it to sell it back. Mine is paid off, so I don't know. But
must be nice. Must be
find a way, man. My PSL's paid up, so I don't know. I mean, there's some people I'm guessing.
Way, man. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jackson.
You got to think for the Falcons. If you got somebody sitting in the club seats and their PSL is $30,000, bro. I mean,
I'm just, bro.
Just imagine being in that sales and ticketing office when they got to come back. Oh, this guy's giving back his PSL. How much is left on it? 27,000. 27,000.
Jack, you were here. You were here. You heard the screams of these fans. They're pissed. Right. When they were talking about legitimately boycotting, they were not joking. So if you are arrogant enough to bring back Raheem, and they just may do that, you better well sacrifice some other flesh. You're going to have to get rid of Zach Robinson.
I was playing golf with somebody today who's in that. He's not in the corporate office, but he's in the Falcons front office facilities. He's not in that area that knows about it, but he did mention, and I don't want to mention his name, but he did mention people are calling their department asking for the firing of Raheem and Terry and other people. And they're taking it out on just, hey, we want to give back our season tickets. We want to let it go. But I believe he did say it's around 40-45%. Country was there with me.
That's a lot, bro.
He said around 45% of season ticket holders. But don't forget, we have a lot of corporate people that own season tickets.
No, I get it. I'm not saying the Falcons are going out of business, but what I am saying is if they don't want to deal with that,
right,
you're going to have to sacrifice Zach Robinson. And Mark,
you got to sacrifice somebody. Throw him in the fire.
Hey, man. Hey, this is Sparta. Damn it.
Right.
Blood will be paid. Okay.
Right.
Whether it's Raheem or somebody, you can't sell to this fan base. You know what, guys? We're going to bring back the offensive coordinator who couldn't get anything out of Penix. You know what I mean? But we're going to bring this guy back and things are going to be better. Now, we might not have Pitts. and we definitely won't have Algier. But suddenly things are going to get better. Are you buying that? Because I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Right?
We gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see, man. I mean, hey, you never know. If somebody sells their PSL, Terry, that's your opportunity to go pick up somebody's PSL.
Whatever, bro. Hey, man. I work on Sundays.
You got
bro.
that bank account, bro.
Shit.
You got it, bro.
I work on Sunday.
Got that money, man. Caden's back in the chat. He said, "Hey, I'm back. Sorry for abandoning you guys, but I'm back and ready to enjoy your live streams." Caden, what's up, man? Shout out to Caden, man.
Caden, welcome back, bro. We understand.
Here's the cool thing about the stream, right? Like when we go live, right? And it's our normal schedule is Sundays at 8, Wednesdays at 8, Friday mornings breakfast at one time for the fan. We have some podcasts in between time. But here's the cool thing. If you miss a show on Sunday and show up on Friday, if you miss a show on Friday and show up on Wednesday, if you miss Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday and show up the following week, that's perfectly fine. Like everybody has things to do. We respect everybody's life. We know everybody has families. You guys work. You guys go to the gym. You guys play video games and hang out with your friends and go to the club and do all different type of stuff. It's perfectly fine. We are here for your ears and eyes, for those that's watching us, to talk about the Atlanta.
You didn't know it.
I used to be in the buffet, man. Shout out Fab, man. But you know, we are here for you all, that you guys can watch and listen to us and say, "Hey, this is a channel that I can come talk Falcons football with a lot of other positive Falcon fans who want to see the team win." And at the end of the day, we don't bash players, we don't bash the organization, we don't bash the team. We just want to see the team win. We want to see the organization go from where it is now going up. We want to see the upside down, little Stranger Things. We want to see the upside down, right? So we want to see this thing flip around to where they need to be on the right path and in the right direction. So if you're here one day a week on our 3 shows a week, if you're here for 2 nights, 3 nights, Yuri is here every night. So big shout out to Yuri. Big shout out to all the fans who watch us and listen to us and support us and share the channel and tell their friends about it and follow the IG page and follow the YouTube page and go to For My ATL Sports and follow his page and listen to what we all have to say. And then Carrie, Carrie has a major platform. She has no podcast, but otherwise than being here with Carrie on the podcast, like one time when Carrie's talking,
she's one of the most famous people without a podcast.
Oh my God. When Carrie talks on social media, people listen to Carrie because she's not only a positive fan, but she's very disappointed at the way this team is going right now because she really loves the Atlanta Falcons. So when Carrie is here with us talking Falcons, people really want to see Carrie. They want to hear Carrie because she talks Falcons not only with the facts and she brings the positivity, but she will pull up on your ass at a game too as well. Like, hey, this is my logo. These my boys right here. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to Carrie. Big shout out to Bodie 3000. Big shout out to everybody. Aiden just said I just subscribed so I can get the notifications for when you go live. Hey, big shout out to Caden, man. Check it out. Caden, head over to the IG page right over here. A lot of people don't also see what's going on behind the scenes as fans when we go to the game. So hit the IG page up, follow the IG page. We sit behind the Falcons bench. That's where my tickets are. We sit behind the Falcons bench. So we hear and see everything that is going on with the team. And there's a lot of things that I don't put out there and I don't say what's going on with the team because for the respect of the team. And Country can tell you too as well because he's been down there. Steve done been down there in that area before. And you get a lot of the sideline effects of what's happening with the team when you're behind the bench. When players come off with the emotion and the frustration of, oh, I almost got the sack or I almost got the interception, or when they did get the interception or the touchdown, sideline dances and handshakes. And you get to see some of the conversations too as well that I don't try to pick up on and zoom in on and all that stuff, but I let fans see what's happening behind the scenes as a fan when you're down there on the field with the Atlanta Falcons. Because I respect this team. I respect the organization. Mercedes-Benz Stadium is a beautiful stadium, probably one of the best in the country. But at the end of the day, me, Terry, Bodie, Country, Carrie, everybody in this chat wants to see the team win. The podcast would be so much more electric if the team was winning and we can talk about the playoffs and the red and black playing in 2 weeks on Saturday or Sunday against, the 49ers or the Eagles, or we have to travel to Green Bay, and it'll be so much better. But at this point, we have to talk about head coaching changes, if that's going to happen. What is Arthur Blank going to do with his staff? Terry Fontenot's job's on the line, and the defensive coordinator and the OC, and we want him gone, and how are we going to keep these contracts with these players? We want to see the positivity from the team, man. So thank you for everybody that tuned in tonight to talk Falcons football. I can tell you right now, me and Terry mentioned we're going to be here for an hour. We said that when we started.
We lied. Lies.
We lied. We're here for hours talking Falcons with the people that we respect, and that you all, the Falcons fans. The Fandemic for the super chat tonight as well. Much respect to Fandemic. Matter of fact, Fandemic, we might have to get Future on the show just so he can come over here and talk to you about why Russell Wilson is. And let you know what's going on. Or get somebody, bring a producer in here that produce for Future or somebody.
Oh, wow.
It's going down in a major way, man. Everybody in the chat, too many names to mention. It's almost 100 plus people here watching, so too many names to mention that's in the chat. But you all know who you are. You all know what you do. And I totally respect it. Caden did say, did you see something about Matt Ryan coming back to Atlanta? We just mentioned that too as well, what position he'll have in that front office. He's buddy with a lot of people. Buddy. What I used to do, and I'm not going to mention that, but Terry knows that I know some of that circle. And there's a lot of people that Matt, when he got drafted, was here. And Matt has left and came back, and they're still here. So it's a buddy. It's a buddy in that room. Matt does mean business, though. So let's hope that he can come in here and put his football IQ and knowledge to the best use to turn this organization around. Let's go ahead and get up out of here, man. I got my GTA guys. They're texting me like, bro, they're doing heists. They're running races. They want to get this stuff going. They want to get these missions going. I'm a gamer too as well. Kids are upstairs gaming. They're on winter break. Daughter's sleeping right now. So it's like, it's game time. And then tomorrow night, we're back at the Benz. Not going live. We're on the IG page.
Did you just?
But T-Will be there. I don't know if T-Will's going to be sober. But last time, we had to carry T-Will up out of there.
So, hey man, not everybody can hang with the great Jack Spade. I tell you something, buddy. If you're gonna drink with Jack, bring a lunch. It's gonna be a long day.
Don't wear your cleats. I'll tell you that right now. Matter of fact, you might want to bring your cleats. They might need you tomorrow, Terry.
He can pick them up and put them down, man.
Hey, man,
right there, man.
We're going there tomorrow for the entertainment. I can tell you that right. We're going there tomorrow for the entertainment.
Because the game entertainment, or
bro, I was over there, especially for my birthday. That was on the day of the Dolphins game. So I'm down there. I'm on the field. Shout out to the players. Yo, Offer, D, yo, Malone, yo, shout out Malone, yo, shout out everybody. I'm popping bottles, man. Drinks flowing. I remember just looking up. When the hell they scored 27? The damn Dolphins.
You were that gone. Okay.
T.Y. hit one of these. I guess it's time to go to the house.
Wow.
You gotta go home.
Wow.
And after the show is what, T-Will? After the show is the after party. Yes, sir.
I remember we were at Reverb and you were passing drinks out, and I was like, bro, I'm trying to finish this. And you're like, here's another one and another one. And people are coming from left and right. Hey, Jack, here's another one. Right. And next thing I know, man, the table is filled with drinks that not only did I
after the game.
I didn't order. And Jack's like, I can't drink this. You're going to drink half of this. I'm like, what? Absolutely not. So, yeah, I was kind of, I was a little bit, shall we say, tipsy when I left. I was like Stan Lee in that Marvel movie when he's like, Excelsior. I
remember you looked over and you saw my friend. You was like, didn't you get a triple shot? Where the hell did that triple shot come from? He's got another one. Bro. Where the hell that drink you got came from? Bro. I just got another one. No. Well, this one's for you.
I was like, no. No.
Tearing them jokers up, boy.
Shit.
Hey man, it's going down in a major way. T-Well, man, let's give our shout outs and get up out of here. The chat has been amazing. The fans in the stands once again did the damn thing tonight. One time for the fan, from the fan, for the fan. Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Y'all did the damn thing tonight, man. Continue bringing this positive energy. We're gonna be doing this, as you all know, for the next few months until we get back on that field with this new team. So, T Will, man, go ahead and crank it up with these shout outs, man. Then we get up out of here, my brother. Shout out to Caden, shout out Atlanta Foundation.
Sure. Hey, to everybody who joined us, we thank you. We appreciate you, man. We just love being able to talk Falcons with y'all. It's fun time, man. We appreciate you guys coming out and lending us your ear and just giving us a little bit of your time. You could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be with us. We are eternally grateful. Cannot thank you enough. Want to thank God for waking me up this morning. Appreciate that. Last but not least, want to thank Mr. Jack Spade and Eric Parker for giving me my chance in this business. You can check me out at For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. Again, the number 4 My ATL Sports, the number 1 on YouTube, as well as For My ATL Movies 1 on YouTube. For those of you movies fan and those of you who watch TV series, got a lot of interesting TV series coming up. So I'm going to be doing the Diddy trial. I'm going to be doing.
Hey, yo!
Pause. I'm going to be doing the Diddy trial documentary. Sorry. Pause. I'm going to be doing The Beast in Me, and I'm going to be doing a few others. So, hey, if you are a fan of TV series and our movies, come check us out. We appreciate it. And again, Jack, it's on you.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. Speaking of the TV shows and movies, Stranger Things, the big finale is happening on Wednesday. You know, I'm a big Stranger Things fan. Kind of disappointed about where they led us up the past couple of episodes, but if you look into that Stranger Things, it's a lot going on. Wednesday is going down for New Year's.
This is the series finale, right?
The series finale. I think it's like 2 hours and 15 minutes for the last episode, but it's going down in a major way. Also, Welcome to Derry was a good show. They got 2 spinoffs coming for that. The Stranger Things, the Duffer Brothers did announce T. Will that they're doing a spinoff for Stranger Things, supposed to be coming out real soon. Super Bowl is coming up soon. The Avengers Doomsday trailer is supposed to be dropping. The official one, the one that has everybody in there happening, it's supposed to be dropping for Super Bowl. So that's going to be pretty cool too as well. But big shout out to everybody in the chat. Big shout out to everybody who took the time to come talk Falcons football with us. We respect you all. And I'm glad you guys respected everybody in the chat. To the fans that's sitting there listening and watching and didn't want to comment, go ahead and jump into the chat and say what's up to us. We're just a positive group of Falcon fans. For those that are here in the chat, one thing we love to do when we get up out of here is just say rise up, man. So we all had a good conversation. If you guys just want to drop a rise up in the chat, just so you all know that we represent these Atlanta Falcons, man, because regardless of what people's opinions are, we do respect them. And, of course, Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson, what we're going to do with Kyle, what we're going to do with Bijan and all this type of stuff. At the end of the day, we're going to be Falcon fans for life, man. So thank you all for being here tonight, talking Falcon football with us. We're going to turn up and get up out of here. T will put it down in a major way, man. And I'll see you tomorrow at the Benz, sir.
The Benz, bro.
Whooping up on the Rams. And we are up out of here as I go ahead and end the stream. T will
rise up
to you, my brother.